Hello, welcome back to the Beastlands. I'm Castle, and this is my stupid face. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us once again as we journey deeper into the forgotten lands known as Malorand. We're going to do a quick recap, but I'd like you to know that we're currently holding a contest. It is an art contest. Any kind of fantasy art is welcome. We don't have any applicants, meaning it's going to be really easy for you to win. So drop us an email with your application to Call of the Beastlands at google.com. Without further ado, here's our show.
All right. Dodie.
Just do this. It'll look like a half moon.
Someone want to go through and do our recap while I'm working on all this?
Oh, there's Tage.
Oh.
Greetings.
Hello.
Click on the chat itself, and it'll open up everyone's screens. So you can...
Were we just waiting on me?
Well, no. I am updating with our brand new tokens that are courtesy of Mr. There, Calvin Tate himself. And Ethan is running behind. And I still haven't heard from Shay.
I am here.
Hello, Ethan.
Hello?
Well, that's one less inhibitor.
Turn your camera on.
I do not have a camera attached to this device.
I am unfortunately in the same place. In the same boat.
Lesk is right across the room from me. I mean, we don't know how this is working either.
What?
I meant to say in the same boat, but said the same place. That was all.
Now we're out at sea. Now we're really confused.
It's a miracle we can even get reception out here.
The noise
Somehow
reduction on this is
he
awesome.
ended in the Pacific.
My computer is running awfully slow.
Buy a Mac.
Have you tried holding it at gunpoint?
Not yet.
My bank account is awfully low now that I bought a brand new Mac.
I think I kind of look like a gnome like this.
You are a gnome.
Noam Chomsky.
You know, I think I'm going to turn off my camera for a minute and see how that goes.
I'm your host. White circle with a guy with a bunch of daggers.
That's me, Peter Blacktail. No. Okay.
All the better for stabbing you in the back with.
Dirk is set up. Oh, wait. Almost set up.
Has everybody got control of their tokens?
That's what I'm working on right now is I have to set the HP values and the AC values to automatically adjust, which isn't that hard. It's just time consuming when my computer is loading. And then I have to click on edit on your character sheets and, reassign the new token to your control.
Gotcha.
Okay. I've got to go stealth mode for a minute.
Okay, I have heard from Shay. She is not going to make it.
What are we supposed to do again?
I need someone to do the recap. If someone wants to take care of that while I'm working on this.
Okay. last I remember, I came through a door and heard a bunch of noise and ran down the hallway, and the fight was over by the time I got there. But
More stuff happened after that.
Yeah,
Okay.
then the three gnomes
Okay.
decided to.
Well, yeah, I was going to get to the battle part. Lask took a couple of harpoons to the chest, and Gizzard, for some reason, decided to climb up in the ceiling and open the tea room. I'm not sure why.
And I, the amazing Dirk, took care of business.
Yeah. And then me and Todier followed the gnomes through the labs to the south, and one of them wasn't a gnome; it was an experiment gone awry. He morphed into like four little jiggly things, and we killed them too. And then we wound up. I don't know how we all got in the hallway, but I seem to have blacked out after that.
You definitely blacked out.
Ugh. Okay.
But let's see. Yeah, there was the confrontation with the gnomes and all that shenanigans, and then there was a fight at the end of the day. Damn, I'm too distracted for this.
I just want to ask Calvin, what's wrong with Dirk's face? It's like half of his cheekbones missing or something.
That's a bee. That's the little spirit bee.
That's a spirit bee?
Yeah, zoom in.
Yeah, it's a wasp.
Oh, okay. I thought he took a big chunk out of one of your cheeks or something.
No, maybe his tail.
The audience is really going to get that one.
Okay.
The-
Sure, I up in the hallway, but
Well, you guys were actually not even on this map. To be fair, you were in the cafeteria lunchroom. You know.
yeah.
So I just kind of moved your tokens, especially since I had to drop new ones. So pay no mind to where you're at on my screen right now.
Okay.
I got 3 more tokens to assign, and then my attention can be spared.
I love how smoothly that looks now.
Yeah, it's really
Well,
polished.
can I see Ethan now? Did you switch
It
computers?
is not letting me move the map at all to look at stuff.
You may have to reload it.
I had to reload mine because the scroll bars disappeared.
Yeah. As soon as I reloaded mine, I could move things again.
Yeah, I'm gonna reload mine too because it's going too slow.
Looks like Roll20 is having some issues this evening.
Ethan, are you in your bedroom?
Yes. Should I be somewhere else?
What?
Could he be
Should
somewhere
I
else?
be somewhere else?
Well, no. I mean,
I could be in
I
a
can
boat with Tej.
I can take the laptop anywhere.
Right.
Did we happen to take a short rest?
Right.
Before the fight, yeah. In between the two fights, we took a short rest.
Well, some of you did.
Yeah, while me and Todier were following him, everybody else was taking the rest.
Yeah.
Oh, so I should be at full HP now.
Well, you know, you got to heal with hit dice. I don't know if anyone did that.
Didn't we take a short rest while the gnomes were still passed out?
Oh yeah.
And then I figured the people that stayed were getting a long rest, but I don't know how many hours we were gone.
The long rest has to be like, you know, 8 hours.
Yeah, so we were probably only at like 3, if that.
So I would count that as short.
You know, in addition to the art contest, we ought to put a photo up of each one of us and see who guesses who's playing what. Like, you look at me and you wouldn't think I'm a bobcat, you know.
You got the voice for it for sure.
Yes, we do.
I don't think I look like an owl.
No.
Well,
That's true.
actually,
You look like a cross-eyed possum.
actually, the way you were at first when I first saw you, Gizzard, I mean, like, as soon as it popped up, I was like, huh. The color's about the same with the red cloak and the orangish brownish feature. Okay. That's interesting.
They say that people end up.
Actually, my high school sweatshirt.
I was gonna say people sometimes end up looking like their pets. So in this case, you're looking like your D&D character, I guess.
Nailed it. That's how I know I did a good job.
Hey,
Although-
I've had some characters that I would prefer not to look like, and Gizzard is not one of them.
Although in real life I'm taller than 3'5". I'll give you that.
I'm not even over 6 foot. Gizzard is 7'4".
Lesk, what do you remember from the last of the episode?
From the last episode, I seem to have remembered us rescuing most of these gnomes, or so they're called, and finding out that this facility was going to explode for some unforeseen reason. There's a lot of talk. I believe I was called a goat face at one point. I don't seem to be the most nice.
Oh yeah, no, Gizzard translated everything.
Yes.
Rude little bastards they appeared to be.
Hey.
But
They straight up owe us. Yep.
But after that, they had gone off to attempt to fix the problems within the facility, and not as many of them had come back as had gone in. They were attacked by some sort of mimicking slime, which, thankfully, we were able to defeat before any other problems that arose.
I almost died.
It happened, but you didn't.
But you didn't die.
You didn't die.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So, 2 of the 3 gnomes had succumbed to whatever this violent creature was, and the 3rd one escaped while you were battling them, accompanied by you, who wanted to make sure that Dr. What was his name?
I wasn't there when they were named, I don't think, so I didn't write it down. Also, for some reason, I can't access my character page. It just comes up as blank.
We have
His name was
Professor
Petrovich Vashenko.
Eric the engineer, Joe the clockwork engineer, and Macduff the bastard.
Macduff the bastard.
It was Professor Oppenheimer. He invented Heinz mustard.
Well, I do not debate or disagree with the accuracy that we may have an Oppenheimer that we just said, but hey.
Wait a minute. I'm just now realizing there was 4 gnomes. Only 3 came out.
there was 3 gnomes.
Three
They went
original,
off on
and
their
then there was a
own.
fourth.
Then there was 4.
And then there
And
was
then there was
3
four,
again.
and then there was 3, and
So
then
there
there were
still
2.
might be 1 left in there.
That sounds like pretty reliable math, if you ask me.
So which gnomes are still left alive?
Well, okay, Macduff came and started working with everybody and killed Eric and Joe, but then Eric, Joe, and Zimmler came back, so I don't know what happened to Macduff. Like, I'm gonna
Oh,
go check
Professor
out.
Zimler, that was him. What in the world are you doing, Ethan? You look like you're high. You're just staring up at the ceiling. Looking
I gotta
around.
get in the character. I don't know what you're talking about.
Side note, I'm glad that you have your voice back there, Calvin.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. Always.
No, you're the imposter.
You're the imposter.
No, you're the imposter.
I'm here to find imposters and chew bubblegum, and I'm out of both.
Imposter.
Well, you're just gonna have to ask less because
You know, we don't look anything alike.
strangers on a plane. All right. So I'm done with all these tokens. While the fight's taking place, you're escorting Dr. Zimmler down the hallway through the blast doors, and he is babbling. Talking about Project Rebirth. Oh, good kitty. And the failures of his people and this damn facility. And he says, at least it won't be blowing up, but we're going to have to wake up Dr. Voltage Schmidt. Come on,
So,
two.
Is this necessary, or can we just stop and talk about what in the world's going on? I have no idea what this is. Rebirth. What is that?
He kind of stops for a second, and he says, we'll explain on the way.
Is it really
And-
necessary after hundreds of years?
Well, that depends on the progress of the project. I don't know what happened to the rest of our people. You wouldn't want to just abandon an entire civilization of gnomes, would you, too?
That's why I came here to find people.
Well, then we are on the same page.
We're in no pages. We're in a hallway.
All will be made clear in time. So he stops at the middle laboratory down the hallway and opens up the blast door with a palm. And inside there is like another chamber, a couple doors on either side, and then another blast door.
Which one is he at?
It's the one in the middle of the map. So this is just you. Oh.
With
Hold
all
on.
the pipes?
What's that?
With all the pipes? Am I at the right spot? This?
I am having some technical problems. My browser's running just super duper slow.
Yeah, it's definitely Roll20.
So it's hard for me to,
Is it
pin.
below the bedroom?
No.
Oh, it's above.
So like where I had the tokens last night, right above that, it was a library.
Oh, got it. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like that's how you get into this area. And previously, you guys hadn't been in here, so. But like this chamber right here seems to be some sort of decontamination chamber, and it sprays out some like mist at you. And Zimmler, he holds up his arms and lets it, and then he goes and puts on a suit from one of the side rooms.
Should I put one of these on?
I sincerely doubt you will have a problem.
You know my name.
It's interesting because you can say you without thinking that you are talking about you. But when I say it, you assume that I'm talking about you.
Because you is you's name. But now you learn that you too is you's name. You too it shall be.
You must have taken quite a hit on the head. So last time I saw you, the doctor in charge of your test project had sent you on some sort of classified mission.
Yes.
You and the other... There are 3? There are 4 of you total, right?
There were 3 others, yes.
Okay, yeah. You and the other 3 were sent through the portal, and shortly after, we went into sleep. But I can't imagine why they would... He kind of shakes his head. Listen. What I know about this project is classified, but just know that you are of a great significance to my people.
Well noted. I would like to see more of you's people's.
Womp womp. Right, so he opens up the door, and y'all walk through, and on the right there is this bear trap on a chain. And he makes a like a magical sign at it, and it doesn't move. And on the other side, to the south of you, you can see a good-sized library with some sort of small automaton, like dealing with books. And he looks over at you as you're passing by, but Zimmler, pushes you forward. You go to the end of the hallway, and you can see on the ceiling there's another one of those ports for the automated ballista defense system. Mm-hmm. And on the left of you, you can see it goes to like a pipe chamber, and he takes you to the right, so to the north, right? And in the corner, there's another defense system. There's 4 chambers, or smaller blast doors, and at the end, there's another one of those generator-looking rooms. He goes over to the generator room and he starts turning knobs and flipping switches, and he's like, hopefully the system hasn't broken down after all this time. We need voltage, Schmidt, and we need him now.
Are you saying voltage, Schmidt?
Yep.
Okay, just for notes.
He's Clyde Voltage Schmidt.
As long as he's not related to John Jacob.
Jingleheimer Schmidt? No, he
Yes.
worked in the biolabs.
Oh.
His name's too.
We have at least 3 John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidts.
No
It gets
way. That's
very-
not Yu's name.
It gets very confusing. Anyway, so he turns on these generators and the place visibly lights up more. The power is restored to the blast doors, and he goes over to one of the pin pads. And he says, I don't have clearance per se, but I think that I can break in. And he starts fiddling with it. Taking out wires, crossing them, doing technical things.
Scanning,
Yeah.
searching, loading, uploading.
Right, uploading virus. Anyway, and the door slides open, and inside you can see that it is like, it looks like a junk chamber. There's just parts and ancient grease stains, workbenches,
I
all
can
small
speak
size.
ancient Greek.
What?
You said there was
Nothing.
ancient grease stains. I can speak ancient Greek.
There used to be a fast food chain in here
Oh.
called Gnome King.
Yep. All right, way to get me off topic, guys.
They have McDougal's across the room.
No, but there's a tank in the middle of the chamber against the wall that holds like the half decomposed corpse of a gnome floating in the tank, attached to different probes and sensors. Its face is heavily modified with gizmos, and there's some dim lights in the tank. There's no movement or activity at first. And Zimmer says, well, that's a good sign. I need to get to work. And he grabs some tools and he starts working on this tank. You have anything to say to him, you?
Is this the special guy?
This was the head scientist of our division for a very long time. He'll know what to do. He has the highest clearances, or he had. But even if he didn't, he has the best technical know-how of anyone that I know.
What can I do to help get him out?
Guard the door. Make sure that I'm not disturbed.
Okay.
Cool. So he's working on that. Everyone else, welcome back to the game. It's the end of the fight. Y'all are surrounded with gore from these creatures, like an orange, foamy liquid that they dissolved into after death. Many of you are wounded. Although not that bad by the looks of it.
I don't know.
Anybody
I
want to
am,
go with me to look for more of these things? Make sure that we got them all.
Hell yeah. I immediately join.
All right, yeah.
Any chance to make more scrap and more carnage?
All tonight.
I'm gonna head back the direction that the professor and you win.
Okay.
Well, where did everybody go?
Those are the wrong tokens. If you look to the very top of the map, I have placed the new tokens.
Except for me, I put my token down there.
And Dirk has also moved his token.
Uh,
Weren't we in the middle room?
No, we were in a room off the map, remember?
Yeah, you were in the cafeteria beyond the blast door to the very south of the map.
Where would my token be?
What's that?
It's on the top.
I can't see it or move it.
Should be.
Oh, I forgot to drop yours.
Well, that would explain why I can't see it.
You don't exist.
That would, in fact, explain it. You know, I thought that was too easy. But did I really?
hey, you got rid of all my arrows.
They're still in your inventory. I just haven't toggled on the... Yeah. If you click on the token itself, there should be a gear icon.
Yeah, I know how to change it. That's no problem.
Okay. Dang it. Okay, so Lesk.
There we are.
HP.
It's over 9,000.
His power rating? Oh.
I saw this man.
Hey, I've done that in 3.5.
With all those freaking spears through him.
Oh, yeah, that guy? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lesk has been pretty beat up throughout this whole thing.
Isn't Lesk the beefiest out of all of us?
He is.
Yeah, he's a pretty beefy cleric.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
never really
Lesk
meant
and
to be.
Dirk, if you click on your character, that little gear that shows up, you can actually do an aura around yourself, so that 30-foot circle you're always doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Do that. I discovered that today. I'm like, oh shit.
Yep.
Wait,
So when I
30
used
what now?
Well, when you are editing your token, which you can do, you can set auras and stuff like that of different colors. So, like a light aura, or maybe buffs or debuffs, things like that. You know, just to show the radius around your token.
So your
that
tiny
is
Thors.
very nice.
Okay,
Oh.
now Lesk, your token should be good to go.
Yep, I can edit it and I can control it.
Yep.
All right, where is Toad?
With
Where
the
are we
group in the
exploring?
middle. I'm just gonna move mine all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, so those of you that go to explore the chambers kind of find yourselves deadlocked at the end of some, blast doors and such.
I think this is a perfect time to use my last exploding hammer.
Yeah?
An attempt to explode open these blast doors.
Okay, so are you trying to explore some of... All right, here's the question. Like, you go past the cafeteria, and it opens up into some crew quarters. There's a bunch of doors down the hallway, and then that leads to a generator maintenance room at the end. Are you trying to get in there, or are you trying to get into some crew quarters?
Let's get into the crew quarters, maybe.
Well, you
I really
can
wanna-
pick one out of about 20 doors.
I don't know, leave it up to Todier. Feel like it might get dangerous if we try and get into the generator area.
Where are we going, guys? Where are we going? Where are we going?
We could also potentially blow up this door and then move beyond.
Yeah. about that. So the guy that had access to open that door has gone with you and is now, doing his own thing in one of the laboratories. So at this point, Paulie goes up to the door and starts digging under it. It's like, I'm tired of this. So that one's accessible.
Pick one of the group quarters then. See what's inside one of those.
Okay. Yeah.
Toady pulls out a D20 and rolls a.
What are you rolling for?
You said there's 20 doors, which just happens to
Oh.
go right with a D20.
Gotcha. That's true enough. So you open one up, and with Paulie's help, she takes the door frame off, and it's a bedroom. It's got a couple of cots, or it's more like a bunk bed type of situation. Small sized, it would be a little uncomfortable for Toadier to try and sleep on one, curled up. There's a couple desks and trunks, some personal items, pictures of things, and like some sets of small clothes, engineer and researcher clothes. So like, goggles, leather apron, things of that nature. A couple small like white lab coats. Everything's in an okay condition. A little dusty in here, but seems to be fairly good, well sealed. Among that, like, you find some small weapons, including a short sword that's kind of like curved in. Well, it resembles a gear. So, like, you know how a Kopesh kind of curves into a U almost?
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like that, but the blade has the gear. What's that word that I'm looking for?
Gear teeth.
Prongs, teeth. Yeah,
Cogs.
yeah. It looks like half a cog on a sword, and there are two of them in there on little racks, along with miscellaneous tools and equipment.
I'd like to grab one of each set of clothing, so one of the engineer clothing and one of the, what was it?
Like researcher, like lab coat kind of get up, Yep. But other than that, there's not too much of interest in this room.
Can I put both those short swords and all that clothes and the clothes in my bag of holding?
Yeah.
There is still that snake in there, is why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You're pushing your limits, though, there, bud.
Yeah, I realize that. That's why.
Would you like to keep exploring bedrooms? Or would you like to break into that generator room?
They said something about the entire facility exploding. The generators weren't fixed.
There was something mentioned about that.
So I think I'm just gonna leave. Personally, I'd like to leave the generator room. Just stay as far away from that as possible.
Can I investigate for signs of slimes sliding under the doors and things? Like just any residue from them, I guess?
Give me an investigation check.
I can always light a match.
20?
You do see relatively fresh footprints.
Cool.
Leading to the generator room, I assume?
Yeah.
Damn it.
All right.
Well, and from. There's several different sets. A couple of the doors have been accessed recently. You remember a couple of them being opened by the gnomes that went to go and, work on the generator room. They needed their tools and clothes. But you don't see any, like, slime residue or anything like that. Yeah.
I say we go into the generator. We open the door and look around, but we don't touch things.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that there's not more of that slime that's going to become even more of that slime.
Well, you open it up and, there's like this hiss of steam and the chugging of engines and gears moving and stuff like that. It's a little loud, but it's mostly how you remember it, except there's quite a few more blood stains. Give me an investigation check. So you're not alone, so you can do that with advantage if the people with you want to help. Guidance, whatever.
Can I guide and help at the same time?
Uh,
Well, I mean, I'm there. So.
Guidance is an action.
Yeah, but it lasts a minute. Concentration.
So it does.
Yep. But yeah, advantage, guidance, go ahead.
Guidance is a +4, like a D4, right?
Yep. 15?
15, yep.
So, yeah, I mean, you find the scene how you left it, mostly. There's still a couple of open tool bags, and, the blood stains. There isn't really much in the way of corpses, per se. But, like, there's gore. And after a little bit of looking around, you find that there's a vent that has been forced open and, has some, like, bloody residue on it.
Can I just tap my hand in the blood just to see how wet it is, or if it's dryish?
It appears to be, like, fairly fresh.
Thickening, but not dried.
Yeah, it's only been like 15, 20 minutes since the fight occurred, so I'd say probably within an hour.
Now, I'm going to ask, could we see any of the vents, like, walking around? Could we see the vent, structure in the walls, or is it just in the walls?
Are you...
Well, some of the pipes that are running along the ceiling have, ventilation at various points within the compound. You haven't really paid much attention to it because there's so much going on, but, like, seeing it forced open like that, you're like, whatever this is, maybe using the pipes to get around.
Really, my question is, can I track them? Like, can I follow the pipe and, like, walk out the room, go to the opposite wall and see the pipe and keep walking with it, or?
If only it were that simple. There is a convoluted network of pipe work leading all around this place from this room. Including many intersections, things of that nature. You might be able to track it from inside, but you'd have to be a small creature alone against, these things.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'm going to start grabbing all the dirt that Polly dug out from underneath that door to get us in here, and I'm going to start... I don't know if that's actually a good idea. I wanted to stuff it in that vent so I can't get back out this way, but what if I stop the airflow and make the place explode?
Just don't know what we're doing. No, on that note, though, it looks like the gnomes were packing up and getting ready to go as this happened. So you feel like maybe they got enough of the work done to help, the generator room do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, but I don't want to mess it up now.
Yeah, there's that. Cites, where are you? Robert?
Hello.
Where are you at? Like, not physically, but in the game.
Hell, I think I'm up in the top right-hand corner of the screen.
Oh, that's where your token's at. But I mean, did you go with them back to the generator room? Did you go with Gizzard back to this hallway?
I'll go with Gizzard this time.
All right, so it's you and Gizzard. Okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with you.
Okay.
No, we're going after you.
I'm coming after you. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna find you.
Yeah. So the thing is, you didn't see where they went per se. You go back to the chamber that you have explored. They're not there.
Can I be looking for signs of you and the gnome along the hallway, as well as sending straight out the cantrip message and just being like, "Where are you? Where are you?"
Oh, that's fair. You do receive that message at one point while he's walking down that hallway. I was gonna say there's not much in the way of signs
like
that
160 people.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, not many signs of people who cross down this hallway exists. It's not dirty. There's no like blood or anything dripping off them, that kind of thing. So, but the message works.
I'm in a hallway.
Go.
Down a hallway. I'm outside a door.
You can hear some conversation going on inside the room behind you. But without trying very hard, you can't tell what's being said.
Without trying hard?
Yeah, you have to be trying to eavesdrop.
That is a wonderful way of saying you should roll to listen.
If you would like to. I mean, you
Sure.
could be not interested.
I'm interested.
Very well. You can give me a perception check. 21. That's pretty good. So
Terrible. That's a 12.
it's still a 21 to me. So you can hear a like grainy, almost staticky voice talking with Dr. Zimler. And the content of the conversation is mostly a status report. He says the compound is in ruins. The leadership has either disappeared or died. I don't know what the status of the main city is, but we need you. I need you. And the staticky voice says, well, it's about time. I always knew they couldn't do it without me. And look, now I see that they have failed. I was right. You can hear the creaking of gears. And like the sound of metal on stone clanking.
Oh. Are you okay in there? Doctor?
Everything is fine too. Says, well, it's time for me to resume my post. This is the other character, Dr. Voltage Schmitz. You can see that the door opens, and you can see that he is awake inside of his crystal tank. And the tank has lifted itself up from the ground and the wall. It now stands on 3 legs and has some mechanical arms coming out of the top of it. And he moves to make... he moves to try and get into the hallway.
I'm sorry. Here, after you,
Pushes you out of the way.
Doctor. Two.
As head researcher of Voltage Smiths, I've never had the pleasure of meeting you two.
Doctor knows my full name. I am embarrassed.
I'm afraid that your full name, your real name, may be lost. Project Rebirth was supposed to be a new start for everybody, and here you are, a lost and forgotten soul. We'll have to access the archives, see what happened to the project, get into the other bunkers, find out what went wrong.
Yes. But I must at least alert you, I do have friends here, or comrades would be a better word. They might throw you back a bit, but they are trustworthy.
Allow me to share like an image of what it is you're talking with. Actually, Calvin, could you post that in the chat or in the Discord? Perhaps Jacob could show it to me.
Do you want what I sent you?
Yeah, the one that we were talking about earlier.
The actual D&D one, or the sketch of it?
The sketch of it. I just didn't want to use someone else's art on it, if that makes sense.
Just
'Cause,
let me
like-
know where you're posting it so I can pull it up.
Discord art channel, please.
Oh,
I'm doing it on Messenger, I guess. Or do you want me to do it on Discord?
It should be. Yeah,
it's-
and the Discord art channel would be great.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I think we lost him.
I think he slowly faded away into oblivion.
Oh no, I'm still here.
Slowly into oblivion.
I'm
Who knows where I will
digitized.
end up?
I'm digitized. Digitized.
Oh, yes. Oh.
What?
Trying to send this thing and it won't let me send it.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose. I got pepper in it.
That's
Yeah,
why it hasn't sent.
Okay, there we go. Alright. Should be uploaded.
Derek sent.
Thoughts in general? That's fine.
Wow. Okay.
That is quite a bit cooler than the last time I saw it. You've been busy.
little bit.
Yeah,
What is-
but that's Dr. Voltage Smith.
Oh,
Okay, that's cool.
Doctor,
Yeah, right.
I have a fear that my friends might kill you as soon as they see you.
I fear not the mortal hands of your bestial friends. I have more serious matters to attend to. I must cleanse the purge out of this complex. The fools in the bioresearch lab have doomed many of my colleagues. This is going to set us back.
My colleagues can take care of that biological mistake if we need to.
It should be a simple issue for me to take care of. I could set the bot to destroy any biological signatures that are not me or Zimmler. I have a task for you too. Are you willing to accept?
What is it?
I need you to take your colleagues and enter the city proper. I don't know what it's like outside the main blast doors of the complex. But if 300 years have gone by, then that means Operation Rebirth went horribly wrong. We must find out what happened and rectify it. Bring our people back into the light.
Wasn't it 800 years?
300?
Well, I can't remember what you said, but it's been at least 300.
It
because
was 500B something for them, and it's like 300A something for us, so it's been almost 800 years.
The current year is year 304 AC.
Yeah, so it's been yeah. You don't know when their calendar ended thing.
Oh, okay.
But you know that it's been at very least 304 years since the cataclysm, and you don't know much about what went on at that time because you're you know.
Can I request something? I'm sure my comrades would be fine with this mission, but should we need back in, can I have some kind of clearance to come in, or are you not able to do that?
It'd be a simple thing. We just gotta go to the security room, and I can give you access. And Dr. Zimmler is over there shaking his head, and he coughs a little bit. And he says, "About the security room." He says, "What?" It seems that Chu's incursion with his friends had some collateral damage and destroyed most of it. Well, that's going to take me some time to manage, Chu. But
I am sorry. We
by
had
the
no
time-
answers. We were frustrated.
I'm willing to forgive this one. Damn it, I'm severely underhanded. All right, I have a checklist of things that I need to do. You take your colleagues and get the fuck out.
I do not know how to do such an action, but we will leave the premise.
I'm gonna again message you, just like, can I have directions to where you are from the lunchroom?
Down hallway, down another hallway, and down another hallway. I'm in the hallway.
Did you take any turns?
Nope. Friends are still here. No enemies.
I'm just going to keep going straight down the hallway.
I will come to you. My friends are calling to me, Doctor. We will
I am
wait
not
for you
you.
in the city.
I'm not you, I'm Gizzard. I don't understand you.
Doctor, I bid you adieu. Just let me through the blast doors, and if there is anything else I can do. Do we have a way of communicating? And what are we looking for?
Don't call me, I'll call you. As for what you're looking for, there are other bunkers, other complexes devoted to different parts of research. The bunker containing Operation Rebirth is rumored to be at least 3 times the size of this one. And I could provide you with a map of what the city used to be like. Maybe that'll help you find it, but it's going to take some real work from you two. I hope you're up to it.
Yes.
Is there
The
anything
furry
in the
one will
hallway?
scream in excitement.
What'd you say, Ascites?
Is there anything in the hallway where me and Gizzard are?
There's a series of doors.
That's it?
Pretty much. There's also a good view of the production bay that's below, like the side of the hallway that is not, doors is glass, and you can see down.
I have an idea.
Gizzard, you're pretty sure that he went through this one based on the range of your spell. Let's see. Let's take a break. There's a couple more things that I wanted to do in here with you guys. There's definitely tons more stuff in here, but this guy's awake and wants to do stuff, so it's up to you on how we're going to handle it, where you're going to go. If you're going to head back to the portal system, try and explore here more, or go through the other exit to this place.
Gizzard is going to love this dude.
Calvin, I just have to ask, did you pull an Austin Powers and put freaking lasers on his freaking head?
Freaking laser beam.
Freaking lasers. So good. Well, yeah, this is pretty much what I asked for in this guy. It's great. Anywho, let's come back in like 20 minutes.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Ethan is in the but I don't think he's here yet.
Oh, yeah. I'm just not used to seeing the token for him.
Hello?
Hello.
Calispera.
Welcome back.
Eforstopoli. That means thank you very much.
Oh, man. All right, so around this time, the others that were investigating the generator room would have been coming back up, and you're following. Oh wait, is Ethan back yet? I know I already asked that, but
I can't hear anyone. Can anyone hear me?
can you guys hear Gizzard?
Kinda. He's pretty quiet back there.
I think he's using the wrong mic.
You might be using the wrong mic there, sir.
Because I feel like I was listening to a radio broadcast 2 rooms over.
For sure. I can't actually hear him on my headphones because he's in the same room as me, so.
Mm-hmm.
That looks kind of nice with the little icon there.
Yeah. Soon.
I spilled pepper all over my laptop.
Spilled coffee on your laptop?
Pepper.
Oh, dude. That's very sneezy.
Yeah. It was.
Anyway, the good Dr. Zimmerman comes strolling out of that center door. Gizzard, you're standing right in front of it. And behind him is the form of a large mechanical creature with a crystalline tank embedded in its chest with the decomposing body of a gnome. And behind that is you. Hello, owl subject. Move aside for the head researcher. And he goes clunk, clunk, clunk out into the hallway. Everyone else should be approaching from the south around this time.
I light a match.
I'm gonna go,
Oh,
what
so
is
we
that?
all-
And pull out my freaking gauntlet blades again.
Dirk just only has one expression. There it is. Pretty much that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into stealth mode here.
He says, "Greetings, descendants of test subjects. He seems to glitch out for a second. Am Dr. Clyde Voltage Smith.
Yes,
I
I'm
am
translating this.
resuming control over the compound."
You don't
Does that mean you're going to
control
stop it
me.
from blowing up?
Dr. Zimmer pushes up his glasses and says, "That has already been taken care of for the moment.
Do you eat?
Not in many, many years."
Can you?
I'll be the one asking the questions around here, subject.
I'm offering you a meal.
No, thank you. It doesn't work through the glass. He tinks his tank. I don't have time for pleasantries. I've given to a mission. I need to go and repair some terminals in the security room. I expect you all to clear out before the remaining security systems come online into, shall we say, aggressive mode. And he starts clunking off down the hallway towards the wrecked security room. Come, Zimmerman. It is not safe to be away from my side. What'd you say?
I look at Gizzard and you and go, they know there's probably slimes in these tubes, right?
I translate it.
That's why we're reactivating the security systems. Please try to keep up. I understand that this is somewhat out of your depth, but we are experts.
I say we set him on fire.
Well, that's
Experts
fine.
is exactly what I would hope.
Um,
I mean, I suppose this is their home after all. If they want us to
let's
leave,
see.
then so be it. As I am dragging.
He turns around. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Mhm.
he turns around and he says, "Actually, you need to access the archive to get a map for the mission." He opens up the door and pushes some buttons on it, and it stays open in this particular hallway in the center where they came out of. And he does the same for the inner door. He says, "Mind the bear trap. It thinks it's hungry." And then he goes walking off. What were you saying there, Lesk?
I was just gonna agree with what the doctor had said, and then just say that we should just leave. I wanted to see what the outside of the bunker looked like.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
However, he did just open up this set of doors into the second laboratory setting.
Mhm.
If you wish to go in and check the archive like he had suggested.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Right, so the party goes in, and on the right is kind of a lightly vibrating mechanical bear trap tied to a chain. Like, I don't know, radiating malevolence, but standing still. And to the left is this room that has a couple of big open tables kind of overflowing with cloth books and some bookshelves and such. And you see this little three-legged tripod of a creature that swivels over and looks at your group with one eye on the end of a stalk, mechanical stalk. And he kind of retreats back behind some bookshelves.
I'm going to start looking at the books and seeing if there's anything of particular interest or anything.
You go in and you start looking at these bookshelves, and one thing that you notice. Hold on, let me do a thing real quick. Are these little mechanical spiders in the corner, smaller than the ones even that seem to be doing the repairs around here. They could fit in your hand, but they're on like a weaving bench, and they are producing sheets of this cloth with ancient gnome text on it. Yeah.
I don't speak Gnomish.
Yeah. You see this little eye stalk peek around the bookshelf at you. And then when you see it and it notices, like it pulls back.
I'm gonna go investigate the little robot that keeps peeping at us.
Well, let's see. You're pretty stealthy, so you like get behind it as it's trying to peek at you guys. And it is a little tripod creature. I could pull up its stats and show it to you. Oh, sorry, it's got 2 legs. My bad. But it's like made of brass and lets out a little bit of steam from some vents in its sides. Does everyone see that okay? Yeah, cool.
What?
And like when it notices you, it damn near jumps out of its frame and it goes skittering away underneath one of the tables.
Is that a real eye in its socket?
It looks pretty real.
I want to go back to the regular Beastlands. This is freaking me out, man.
Technically, the Beastlands as it is now is after this. This is how it used to be.
Yes, you can
Okay,
see
you
their
just
savagery.
lost me.
Does this mean
Um,
we have to go back to the future?
Gizzard, you hear a voice in your mind saying, please vacate before I activate the security systems. I assure you there's nothing here of value.
That means there's something here. Oh wait, I couldn't hear that.
Only Gizzard hears it.
Do I feel like I can reply back?
I mean, out loud.
All right, I'm just out loud going to say, oh, there is absolute value in knowledge. Knowledge is always value.
I mean, okay, you got me there, but please, just don't hurt anything. I work very hard on maintaining this archive.
Derek apparently missed that boat.
How do the bookshelves look, and how does the overall quality of like everything look?
Pretty well managed. This doesn't appear to be a 300 to 500-year-old archive. In fact, everything seems really clean, and the books seem new. For the most part, some of them are showing signs of age, especially the ones that are on the table. And following that train of thought, you realize that those are currently being reprinted by the spiders in the corner, the little spider weaver bots.
Is there any way to discern what is the most recently restored or published book?
You could always ask.
I don't know. I can't talk to these things.
I'm just going to say you have done an amazing job.
Well, thank you. I take pride in my work, although it has gotten quite boring over the years. I've read every book in this place at least 200 times. But such is the life of a servitor. My name is Poe.
Does
And
he
he kind of...
smoke opium?
What's that?
Does he smoke opium?
He doesn't appear to have a mouth.
But he has an eye.
But he has an eye.
Now,
Hey.
how does he talk?
Are you saying this out loud?
A teapot.
Aside to
Strange creatures. Strange creatures here.
you hear a voice in your mind saying, I am far from the strangest creature in the room, I assure you.
Well, we do have Dirk.
I walk up. Like,
Sorry, Dirk, you're cutting out, man.
no.
Not better.
So, Poe, could I ask you any question that would be relevant to the information in this room, and could you answer that?
I probably could, but like, what do I get out of it?
What would you like?
New information would be great. Where are you from?
Outside.
You appear to show traits of documented research projects.
What exactly does that mean?
Exactly what I said. He opens up a hatch in his chest. That last one only Lesk heard. It seems that he can only speak with one person at a time. But he opens up his chest and a book floats out. and it lands on the table, and the pages start turning themselves. And he says, "Here we are. Let's see, test subject 453, owl. Looks like the last documented entry showed enhanced intelligence in the test subjects, and manipulation of the bone structure to enable manipulation of tools with the wings." Yeah, it's interesting stuff. That seems to be referring to a diagram of an owl folk that is in the book with some like scrawling text, like a researcher's notebook.
I'm gonna summon my chest, open it up, and grab out my little lore book that I have.
Yeah.
And I'm basically gonna just say, this is stories that you've never heard before.
His little eye stalk is like going nuts trying to, get a peek at it. He's like, "You don't say."
You see a test subject, but for me, I'm from people. They have culture, and there's different peoples with different cultures. And this is full of stories from all those cultures that happened after you got stuck here.
So he seems to be vibrating with suppressed energy. He says, "So, can I read it?"
Are you?
I haven't tried to leave. The blast doors have always been closed. I haven't had any researchers in the archive in, let's see, nearly 500 years, it feels like.
Poe, is there any book in here on the history of the bunker, or like blueprints or schematics or something?
He kind of swivels an eye at you, and he says, "Of course. What is an archive for?"
Where would I find that?
Bookshelf 4, row 3, 2 books in, titled Compound 33.
Okay, thank you. And one more thing. Just remember, when you're trading information with the wizard from the blizzard by the name of Gizzard, you're gonna learn a story that you never heard before. It don't rhyme, but it's good.
Hey, that was pretty impressive.
That was lovely. Thank you.
So, can I read the book?
Can we read these books?
If you promise not to take anything.
I won't take anything that wouldn't walk out itself.
Indeed. So he seems to telekinetically lift the book out of your hand, and it like hovers there in front of him, flipping pages at a pretty quick rate.
I'm gonna look for like any kind of arcane research, or like any schematics for how these robot dudes work.
You're looking for what, like automaton manuals and shit?
Yeah. or anything along those lines?
Well, you do find like a section of the library dedicated to different schematics of automatons, but the unfortunate thing is that they all seem to be written in a different code, like each one separately encoded from each other.
Would it be possible for like a bestiary of some type, just to see if this weird place has different type of creatures, and whatnot?
Oh, let's see. They're under bestiary. Let's see. You find a couple of adventure journals that are written by a pair of ancient wizards, but they're in Gnomish. So actually, you don't find anything.
Any pictures?
Sorry, what? You're cutting out again.
Sorry, I was asking if there was any pictures on there or something I can see it.
You were asking if there was
Pictures.
pictures? Oh, like a picture book? I mean, yeah, like
Yeah.
the problem is like you can't read the titles or anything. But if you pull out some random books, you can definitely like see random sketches of different stuff out of context.
Okay. I was
but a solid.
Oh,
go ahead.
Could that look like?
I am having the hardest time deciphering the gibberish that is coming out of your microphone right now.
Let me try to sign back in. Hold
on. Anyway, like a solid minute and a half goes by, and O is done with the book. And it floats back over to you, Gizzard, while you're still trying to decide on a book to grab. And he says, I need more. That was exhilarating. I haven't had new input in so long. Do you have any?
Unfortunately, I don't have any more with me.
He visibly slumps.
But
don't we have actually one more book, being the Harvester's Guide? I don't know how much new information that may provide, but it is a book itself.
I mean, I've also got my spell book, but I'm not just going to show that to just anyone.
Yeah. He's like, I would read the Harvester's Guide. That sounds interesting.
Do I find anything interesting in the book on the blueprints of the compound?
You do find a map of the compound for sure. You can't like tell the notations, what every room is supposed to be, but you can see the layout of it. And it looks like the other side of the compound is like a second wing, almost identical to this one, but reversed. And let's see, the cafeteria and living quarters are clearly laid out along with the generator room. And then there's a second floor, which is beneath you, that seems to be dedicated to manufacturing.
Well, what do you think? I'm speaking to everybody.
It's a bunch of squares.
Would you like to color them?
Maybe.
Do not.
Yeah, Post said the same thing. Please don't.
You want to come along with me?
Oh my God, yes. I can be useful, I swear. I have a mastery over the written word, and yeah, I could. Yeah.
Show us
Have
the
you
way
ever?
out.
Have you ever had a familiar?
Not
Well,
really. I know how to do it, but I haven't really done it.
We can form a pact. Do you want to form a pact with me? I
I mean,
promise I'll make myself useful if you just show me more stuff.
absolutely.
I'll show you how to
Anybody
do
want to take a little break? It'll take like about an hour for me to seal this deal.
In the meantime, can I talk to Poe about my freaking gauntlets? Or does he he understands me when I talk, right? I'm just gonna ask him that first.
I can understand you. Weirdly, it's not a language that I've ever heard before, but I seem to get what you're saying.
Do you have anything on this type of magic? And I just put out my gauntlets and show him that it has the aura of death. Like if there's a potted plant, it will die.
I have no idea what I'm looking at. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so you start setting up this ritual to form a pact with this strange mechanical creature. At least partway mechanical. Poe. The rest of you, you have this library open to you. Really, only people who can read Gnomish can do anything with it.
I'm just gonna look at pictures while I wait.
For sure. All right, well then an hour passes, and you want to describe this ritual to me there, Gizzard?
Yeah, give me a second to pull it up.
I know how the spell works. I just wanted some flavor.
Basically gonna chalk out like a little arcane circle and put out different little like incense and small little herbs and stuff, and just make a nice little ritual area and make a pact with him or whatever.
Contents of the pact being, in exchange for his services, you will make sure that he always returns back to functioning and can travel with you in safety. In exchange, he will do your bidding and maintain control of a private library. Yeah, and lend you his mastery over books.
That is absolutely agreeable.
Very well. While we're here, is there anything that I can get you? Yes.
What kind of subjects would you say that it was broadly under?
Well, this compound had two wings of research. One was mechanical, and one was biological. The biological wing sought to diversify the pool of servitile races. The masters of the complex and the gnomish overlords sought to find more, shall we say, subservient neighbors. Seems they've had a falling out with the other races that colonize the world. I don't know about the state of the war, to be honest with you, but anyway, so this compound was dedicated to making protectors and servants.
How do those spider things over there work?
Oh, well, I wind them up every couple days and give them directions. Tell them what books to reprint, although they could really make anything made out of cloth, I suppose. They were originally made to, make clothes.
Are they yours?
They are property of the compound. I wouldn't say anything is truly mine.
Could we bring them with us?
I have no authority to say otherwise, if that helps.
Can they talk?
No. They're relatively simple clockworks.
If you turn them off, are they permanently off?
No, they actually come with a key to wind them up.
You have that key?
I do.
You wouldn't want them to just die here, would you?
They're not really alive.
Are you the only one that has the key?
No, I have the backup keys.
Do you happen to... Are there schematics for those in this archive?
Those were not created here. Those were created by a private firm.
I'm very interested in them.
The mythical Gnome Depot.
Yes.
Dirk
you know about the Gnome Depot?
Dirk is just staring at Gizzard and the automaton, just looking at the spider drones. Meanwhile, he's like slowly grabbing his bow and arrow. And while he's doing that, he looks at Gizzard and goes,
Do we need to destroy these things? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I think they're printing books and could make anything out of cloth?
Yeah, they're not using paper, mind you. The new books being printed are actually made of a cloth, and the words are woven into them.
Can they print in another language other than Gnomish?
Yes. They don't understand language. They just copy what they are presented.
Dirk slowly puts his bow back and goes,
Okay. I'm gonna watch the door. These things freak me out.
Oh, would you be opposed to me taking them?
I think we really did lose Ethan.
He's right
Nope.
there.
Hey, you are back. You haven't said a word since we came back from break.
You haven't said a word.
Because you is not in the library.
I mean, so when we came back, you were following Zimmerman and Voltage Schmidt out into the hallway, and they had a conversation with the rest of the party. And then they stomped or opened up this section of the compound to you that you just came out of, and said you're going to need to access the vault and get a map of the city in order to succeed on your mission. And that's where these guys came in. They've been having a conversation with this little automaton named Poe.
Yeah, I've been here for that.
Okay.
I heard the whole thing.
Okay, I was calling your name earlier when we started, so that's
I
why I
was
thought
not
that you were
here.
gone. Yeah, that's the part where I was like,
Used coffee maker was not making coffee, and it about got chucked out the window.
Oh, for sure. So anyway, is there anything else you'd like from this library?
I do want to.
Okay. You go and grab one. It, is skittering its legs and seems unsure of what it's doing.
How do I turn it off for now?
There is a switch.
I can shoot it.
Can I find the switch and turn it off?
Yeah. It clicks. The legs stop whirring. I can show you a picture of these guys too, actually. They're little tiny clockwork weaving spiders.
And that's the size of a cat?
Maybe a little bit smaller than a cat.
Does that have some Wild Wild West?
It kind of does look like that, doesn't it?
Huh.
But no, they're little tiny weaving spiders. They just need to be supplied with some silk and given basic directions.
How many are there?
3.
Can I take all 3?
Sure.
Turn them off and put them in the chest?
Yes. Like Poe said, he doesn't really have the authority to say what you can and can't do. No one else is around besides you that may give a shit. So, but other than that, there's a blast door to the south end, or there's plenty more books. You could try and find a map of the city like, he had asked you or told you you should.
That's what Dirk was going to do next.
Okay. So how do you go about that?
We can store the books in Poe here.
Yeah, I can hold quite a few books. However, I've memorized most of these.
Could you direct the spiders to print them out?
Given enough time, yeah. That's literally what I've been doing for the last several hundred years.
Okay.
Yeah, if you think about it like that, since I'm coming with you.
I'm good with that.
But maybe a physical map would be fine. He goes up to one of the shelves and levitates a scroll out of it. And it levitates over to you. Well,
Yeah,
not...
he's got extra arms too.
Yeah. It goes over to Dirk. And he says, the map. You unroll it, and it's all in Gnomish, but you can make out the name of it. It's
Looks like it's called.
Damn it. See, this is when I get ahead of myself.
I can't say that.
It's called Damn It City. No,
In Gnomish, this is called Beaver Home. It's called Buck Two's Villas.
Dag it.
no,
This
it's
is home of Jed and Clan.
They've returned.
They live in the Muppet City.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's the Gnomish Steamworks Corporate Retreat is the name of the city.
It's got a stupid name.
Got a pretty stupid name. It sounds better in Gnomish, believe it or not. Rolls right off the tongue.
How's the pronunciation done in Gnomish?
I don't speak Gnomish.
Gizzard does. Tell us
Gizzard,
what it is.
How does that pronounce in Gnomish, Gizzard?
Not a gas chamber.
Not a gas chamber. That's
An
a
interesting,
weird name.
such an interesting pronunciation.
Is that an I after that N right there?
No, that's a Z. It's not in your language.
What is this windmill shape in the corner here?
That's just that's a doodle. That was someone shouldn't have not put that in there. Children have access to this.
I am not a child.
So,
More like a football.
What would y'all like to do now?
Do you think any? Do you think any of you could lift one of those snakes or anything?
I already have one in a bag. Remember my bag of holding.
It was a 400-pound snake.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Why do we have a 400-pound snake?
Yep. Made of iron.
But why?
I'm gonna sell it.
We should figure out how it works first.
Good luck with that, Poe says. The creators are notoriously jealous of their knowledge. Gnomes can be that way. He kind of makes a shrugging motion with his weird body. There's all the individual clans that come up with clockworks and code their research and have such esoteric ways of powering them that, yeah, it kind of ensures that people have to go to them to get one.
And well, it's not like I can't get back here anyway.
All right, well, you have the stuff. There is more to look around here if you want. But, the table's yours.
Dirk is just memorizing the map best he can to get a little bit better navigation of where to go on certain areas. while slowly muttering,
Not a gas chamber. Not a gas chamber. Not a gas chamber.
as if trying to memorize the Gnomish word for all of that.
For the Gnomish Steamwork Company retreat, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, the map of the compound indicates that there is a central blast door. God, I say blast door a lot in this place, but yeah, a huge one, kind of like Vault Tech from Fallout. That is the actual entrance to this place, other than the portal room. You could choose to go through that, or you could choose to go home and do whatever.
I suggest we resupply.
Resupply and spec up. Make sure you got everything you need.
See if we got a level up
Yeah.
yet.
It has been a while since we leveled up, huh?
It has.
Okay, so you guys head back towards the portal room. So you go through, and you notice that the portal is open still. And you go through, and on the other side is... Well, who did you leave in the vault? Any NPCs at all, or what was up with that?
I think it was just us going through the portal.
Okay.
Once we had discovered how to use it.
Let me ask, did you leave it on or turn it off after you went through it?
Left it on.
Through it, so
You left it on. Okay. So nothing weird there. You go through and the chamber is empty, and are you going to leave it on or are you going to turn it off?
Derek could pee on it.
Gonna turn it off for now because they probably know how to use it.
Okay.
But before turning it off, I'm going to right on the side of the portal under where its address is, where we came from.
Like a notepad or something?
Like charcoal it on underneath address.
Okay. Kind of like a record of where you've been.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head up the tunnel entrance to the vault into the base of the main tree of your, home base. Todier's tree. The Ironwood Fortress. And Henna says, welcome back. Your gnomish guest beat you here. I am having him looked over. Master, I missed you.
Gnomish guest.
what do you mean by gnomish guest?
Oh, little red-headed fellow.
No, let me see him right now.
Well, I think that Buster was looking after him upstairs. She gestures up the winding staircase that goes halfway up the tree. Yeah, you start running up the stairs.
I run up the side of the tree and in a window.
Yeah, you're on the inside of it, but I feel you. You book it up there, right? And you realize, you didn't ask what room, but you're, looking in all of them. You realize that this place can house, 500 plus people.
Gosh dang it.
You're like, Buster. You said that we went with Buster. So you're, asking people, hey, you seen Buster? And they're like, yeah, he went that way with the guest. And eventually you reach, a hollow room, and the door's shut. And they said, yeah, he went in there.
I kick it down.
Yeah, on the inside is kind of a gory mess. There's no sign of any gnome, but there's, half an eaten rabbit folk in there. And there's a hole in the floor that seems to have been dug out.
Can I investigate where this hole leads?
Yeah, you look down and it leads into another chamber directly below you, another bedroom, where there's another gory mess.
Hey, Les, can you do that thing again?
Yep, I'm on it. And I use detect evil and good.
30-foot range?
Yep.
And duration is concentration 10 minutes. Okay, so right now, you sense that there is an aberration downstairs beneath you somewhere.
It's downstairs. Follow me.
Yeah, so you start running for the stairs and you lose the ping on it, and you pick up another one. And you keep running down, and there's a third one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and take another break while you guys come up with a plan to deal with this alien menace threat. I say alien because it's an aberration. You know, it's not from around these parts, you know.
Have we taken a full rest since the last time we fought?
Not a long one.
That's bad.
It's kind of bad.
Ritual
Todier.
casting means you don't get the benefits of a short rest, does it?
Correct. You can't exactly ritual cast and short rest at the same time.
But everyone else gets that short rest?
I would accept that if you guys want to use the rest of your hit dice to heal up, but, you know.
I'm just going to say I'm running back to Henna. I'm going to make her come with me.
Yeah, I was going to mention one thing to you, Tody. You're trying very hard to steer clear of civilians while you're doing this.
Honestly, I would have Hannah evacuate the entire building.
To where?
Not on the grounds.
Yeah. Everybody outside of the thorn wall.
Yeah.
But then we need you to go through every single one of them so that another aberration doesn't get out and cause mayhem out there as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're willing to lose less in a fight, but I don't think anybody's willing to do that.
Well, if you would prefer me to, I can at least guard Hannah.
We both can.
Right, we need a game plan.
We'll have to think on this. Where can we put people? Can we lock everybody in the vault? Like, that seems like a safe place now that the portal's off, as long as there's nothing in there.
Yeah, and like screen them one at a time.
Yeah, we'll evacuate the building, screen everybody that comes out, kill any aberrations that are there, and then go back through the building to every single room and make sure and check.
These things have, like, a sense of intelligence, though. They'll start noticing what is happening, possibly try and escape.
Yeah, one thing that you noticed from interrogating the last batch of them that you fought was that they seemed to carry all the mannerisms, intelligence, and even memories of what they're duplicating.
How many times can you cast that spell, Lesk?
It has a duration.
Two more times, so that's 20 more minutes on top of what's already going on right now.
Yeah, so can we get all... Hold on, I have this in my notes list. I'm
talking like hundreds of people,
That's what I'm
20
saying.
minutes. Maybe 25, but like...
We could.
There is 201 people.
Well, 199 right now.
Well, yeah.
No, actually, they should still be the same amount.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyway, this is a interesting... You know what? I didn't plan on this either. I was like, they're heading back to the portal room. Okay. Wait. The portal's open? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to run away just in case.
No, I understand. There was no way you could have known ahead of time.
Well, I was guarding it till I ran down the hallway.
Yeah. There was two ways into the portal room, one for each wing. And you guys, when you initially came in, went into the mechanics wing. So that left the biological wing open. So anyway, we're going to take that break, and then I would love to hear what you guys want to try and do. You know that these creatures are just so fucked up. Some sort of madman put them in this game, I'm sure.
I think we need to make a trip to Washington.
So what, coming back at 9? Or in 20 minutes?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Or, fuck, 11 o'clock
At
for
the
you guys.
hour, damn it.
Yeah, at the hour.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Anybody want some ice cream?
I would love some ice cream. Why don't you go ahead and send it on over?
Okay.
Gets a box just covered in chocolate.
Hello.
This box is soggy and it smells like crap. What is this?
Vanilla.
It's bird crap edition. It's cookies and cream.
It's cold too.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Beautiful. I love the new tokens, Calvin.
You're welcome.
All right, so you guys are in the middle of somewhat of an emergency. There's an incursion, a foul menace, people eater in the Ironwood Enclave.
I suppose the first thing to do is probably some of the guards, and just tell everybody, spread the message to gather in one central place.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call forth my visage and tell where do you want them to go. I'm still thinking vault or outside the wall, so we can post up at either, you know, along the path to the vault or to the outside, and have you telling the guards which ones to take away, essentially. Because we do have guards. We have all my monk folks, so I'm assuming that they can at least, you know...
Help you? Yeah.
I mean, we could try and gather everybody in this, like, clearing, this plot area, and just have, like, the guards go to each area and escort everybody outside, and then once everybody is outside of every building, have them head towards the same area for now.
Which plot?
Longer, just the bottom right.
Now, hold on a second. Remind me, you hollowed a bunch of ground on this place, didn't you?
I did. Let's see. There's only one circle, but I'm pretty sure I've hollowed more than just this one area. I'm pretty sure I did the first floor of the main tree as well.
Yeah. Well, let me just read this real quick. Okay, this doesn't actually affect aberrations. I guess never mind.
Oh, well. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Unfortunate indeed.
So yeah,
All right.
let's
Oh well.
have the guards spread out to each tree and start gathering everybody in one place. And then once everybody from that tree has been gathered, have them then head over to the empty plot in the bottom right, where we can then start screening. If it's a really bad situation where there's just like 100 of them,
And everyone's been dead for hours.
I don't exactly know what to do. But if there's only, say, 10, maybe even 20, it might be possible to just kind of take groups, localized groups of them, on the guise of individual screening, and then take care of the one in that group.
I know a way to do that. If there are a large number of them, contain them in one area and set it on fire and burn them.
Yeah, but we can't single out the individuals. Like we said, they have a form of intelligence. That they have some form of intelligence. They'll notice that we are onto them and that we can tell who's real, who's fake. So, under the guise of just random individual screening, we will take groups that have one or two, and then maybe a group that doesn't have any of them. You're good to go into the screened section, and start slowly filtering them out.
But if you light them on fire, they'll lose their form within a matter of seconds, as opposed to the people who are real people. Put them out real fast. But
Yes, they will just burn. they'll just burn to death.
We'll weed them out quickly.
Well, it's an interesting question. Gizzard, you had something to say about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted to test out with that vial of the goop from the ones from in the ruins.
Okay. So you take out this vial of orangish goop?
While everyone's getting everything ready and getting people assembled and all that, I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic to see if there's any kind of magical residue in it, if this thing was magically created, and if I could detect it with magic.
That's a good question. It, I don't think, would pop up under Detect Magic. Well, it's... Like, they're...
Well, I would say if it's constructed by a wizard of some sort, if it's not through, like, gnomish technological means, then I would say it would be magical.
Yeah, Google says that aberrants are related to beholders, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, beholders are also aberrations and such. Yeah. And, like, they're magically created, but are they considered? I don't...
Would they be using some sort of
charm? Are they magically delicious?
I don't know. You want to try some of the goop?
Yeah.
You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Bears magic. It's not like they're under like a haste spell or something, you know what I mean?
But are they using magic in order to alter their appearance?
No.
That's just an inherent ability that they have?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been trying to avoid copyright infringement and shit, but have you ever seen The Thing? The movie The Thing?
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of consider these things like aliens.
Gotcha.
And, like, beholders would show up under Detect Magic because they're constantly using magic.
Well, I'll say if it helps, there's a spell for druids, psychics, and rangers that is Detect Aberration. So, assuming since it's its own spell.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say no, it's not going to pop up under Detect Magic because they're not like They're creatures. They're not actually using magic, and they're not under the influence of magic. They're just fucked up little beings.
Was worth a shot anyway.
Was worth a shot. What's your next test?
Next one is I'm gonna like put a little droplet on the floor and try and ignite it with prestidigitation.
Oh, it bursts into flame.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Why don't Dirk send out a little quirky looking gnome and see if they go for the bait?
As in like
Just a gnome.
Do you have an illusion spell that could... a high enough level illusion spell that could do something like that?
I got disguise self.
You could be a gnome.
I mean, I don't know if we'd be able to disguise
They
you.
say Dirk disguises himself as a gnome.
Or we could
Doctor,
disguise you as the,
one of the doctor dudes. Not the creepy one.
I don't know.
Professor
sounds
Zimmerlin.
I mean, the real question on that one is like, what makes you think they would rather go for a gnome than any other target?
Because they tried to wipe out the gnomes.
No, they just happen to be in the area of gnomes.
Yeah, I just think that's because they was hungry.
But you could send a Dirtle illusion running through there. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
That attracts all sorts of violence.
Dogs and cats living together, sheer pandemonium.
Right. So, I mean, your original idea of like, you know, getting everyone out in groups and screening them as they go has merit.
That's the only good idea we've got right now.
Right. And, you know, it's not like I did this with any easy solution in mind. So, you know.
There's the obvious ones that we can trust to watch over the group. We can trust God, I'm forgetting her name, but the Fae that watched over.
Yep.
And if Polly is coming back, we can have him with the Steel Defender.
Don't forget the tiefling.
The Steel Defenders.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the tiefling.
So,
we might want to find Rascal too.
Yeah, the tiefling's at the bar. Rascal, I thought, left.
Oh, did he?
In my mind, he did. I thought he recovered and left.
Hey, Poe, I got a question for you.
Pretty sure he did that, yeah, as well.
Yeah, he definitely got an invitation to stay, but he's, you know, Rascal. He's got tons of plans, things going in motion.
Right.
But the tiefling comes up after you guys yell and stuff, is like, what? How can I help? Bullrat.
The basic instructions, send him into one of the buildings with the guards, start collecting all of the people, attack anything trying to hurt the residents of the fortress on site, any slime type creature. There's been an infestation.
Copy that. So he goes running off and he grabs a couple of the monk mantises and starts heading towards another one of the buildings. Todier, you still have your visage on. You can be heard throughout most of the tree.
I wanted to know if Henna could cast Detect Evil or Good before.
No, unfortunately, that's not in my skill set.
Yeah. So I'll just.
Have you told everybody to start? Have you told everybody to start collecting towards the bottom right?
Yeah, southeast
area
corner.
of the.
That's what I was about to. It's pretty much going to tell us. Within 600 feet, how far is that? I need to see, because that's. I should be able to get everybody, right? Like. Yeah, that
Oh,
should
yeah,
be everybody.
easily.
That should be everybody. Okay. So
Yeah, I mean, some of the upper reaches of the tree may be distant, but you should be able to get everyone around you.
How about me and
Fine.
Dirk go up the tree as high as we can and in bow range, and
You
that
try and get
way,
a
if
perch.
anything starts, what?
You try and get a perch so you can watch over the main chamber.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was.
and if anybody starts going berserk or whatever, we can take them out from there.
Right. So what I'm hearing is you guys hang out in the main chamber while the evacuation starts going. Everyone starts heading outside towards the area, and while you're here, you screen anyone coming out. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have a question.
What?
Gizzard is going to ask Poe if, when he talks to someone telepathically in their head, do they have to reply out loud?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I was hoping that they could just reply in their head, because then that way Lesk could just sit at the door, and while people are leaving, any aberration will be kicked off in that, and he can just mark them with Poe.
Oh, so mark them silently, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have the light cantrip.
Yeah.
What we can do is I can just make the light really bright when it is an aberration, so that people like will remember like that person had a really bright light, or just dim if it's a normal person.
Or Poe could let me know which ones are the aberrations, because I can communicate telepathically with him as my familiar, and I can just press the digitation and mark on them.
And so we tell some of the guards like the meaning behind the light as people are like walking by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, yeah, you guys yell out, get in your places. People start panicking and running for the door.
That's what I was thinking. I don't want to just yell, "There's a problem." I want to go, guys, we're back from our trip. I want everybody in the southeast corner. That's all I'm going to say.
We have presents!
Okay.
I joined the crowd because I have nothing I can do.
Only
But I
really
stay alert.
I'm not going to
Only
shout,
really
"You're all going to
specific
die,
people with the
southeast corner."
Yeah, we
Right,
have
so-
an announcement to make. We have some good news.
Dirk found a map.
Very
And
specific.
the map says
Not a gas chamber. That's what it says.
Not a gas chamber.
News of a land of metal.
The land of metal and machinery. All right, so yeah, some people start heading down the stairs, you know, grabbing whatever they're doing and moseying along. Lesk, you have your spell on. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to remain 30 feet in the air.
So, a few groups of people come out before you catch one. He comes down the stairs, and you can tell plainly that that is an aberration. And you mark him with your light cantrip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a gizzard marks him with like an X on his back or something.
What are we
And he
doing
goes-
with the ones that aren't?
If anyone asks a question, then just say that we will be giving out random little
Right.
bits and baubles, you know, that we found during our excursion to the people.
Okay. So this goes on for a while until about 5 individuals have been marked. One mantis folk and the rest are rabbit folk. And then you hear a scream from up high in the tree. Ascites and Dirk, who are up on higher levels, see a panicking young rabbit folk running towards the stairs. And
arrow ready.
She doesn't appear to be being chased or anything, but she's screaming and other people are looking at her, and she says, Blood! There's blood everywhere! It appears as though this person has found one of the dead bodies in the rooms. And people are starting to react and start running down. Let's see.
Can I see them?
From your vantage point at the door, probably not, because there's like multiple balconies going up.
I'd like to start running up whatever I can until I.
Yeah, you can get up there and probably around if you dash.
And then using my visage, I'd like to directly talk to just the ones that are freaking out and go, I need you to stay calm. I don't want people to die.
Give me a persuasion check. Oh, okay. Well, luckily for you, you're well trusted, and that was the DC. So, the shocked look remains on the faces, but they visibly stop panicking and look at you and start slowly moving down the stairs. Yeah, cool. So, it seemed. Oh,
I was
go
just
ahead.
going to say, once it seems like everybody has been gathered from the trees, that we'll just spread a message out to the guards. Anybody who's not at the present gathering is to be arrested and treated like as a potential threat. Bring multiple people before attempting to bring them out and arrest them.
Okay.
Just in case some of them decided to try and hide away.
Okay, so you guys going to spread out and check the rooms and stuff?
First, I think we should deal with the people in the square. Do that random lottery and just be like, there's that group and that group. Just like calling out some names. And just be like,
The Hunger Games.
Come on up, we got some metal for you. Woo!
Do my mantis folk have good stealth, or I don't know their stats? Like, could they stealth up on all of them and grapple?
It's not something that they're super trained in. You are like naturally good at staying still and being unobserved, but stealth isn't part of your monk training.
I wonder if I could just get them to sneak up on all these ones and grapple them, but
well, you can definitely command them to if that's what you want.
no, I'm gonna wait till we get them separated from the rest of the. I'm just trying to make sure nobody else dies.
All right, well, so let's move this scene. So the adventuring party is in front of a huge crowd of Todier's subjects on the lawn. And there are, some guards scattered around. And they're starting to, talk amongst themselves, start rumors. They're wondering what's going on. And who wants to take the lead on talking to this crowd?
I will.
Okay, Lesk steps forward.
Truth.
As some of you have made known, we recently went out on an excursion. Through this excursion, we have found a source of plentiful metal. I just asked Todier to bring out one of the robot things.
I literally dumped the snake out of the bag.
There's plenty of murmuring and discussion.
Weird metallic creatures. Their bodies are made of entirely metal. Through this discovery, we plan to potentially harvest and see if we can start up a blacksmith here within the fortress.
Oh, this is met with applause.
I can actually help.
Mm-hmm. And so those who've had previous work with blacksmithing and making tools, potentially jewelry, accessories, any of you that have the talents or the skills, we will be looking to hire many people.
There's a cheer. Yeah, yeah. Our economy's booming.
Mm-hmm.
This will be great. This will be great for
Do
the
they
Enclave.
all chant that at the same time?
They do not all say that at the same time. I'm just
The
telling you what.
economy's booming, booming.
They're all infected. Kill them.
Kill them all.
Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. Here comes
I
the
mean-
boys from the south.
I am somewhat talented, but I can't make my voice sound like 1,000 or 100 people talking at once. So this is just the impression that you're getting from the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get that one guy to shut up.
It's way louder than everyone else. Shut up, Frank.
Through this excursion, we have brought back many metallic objects and intriguing things. We plan to reward everybody and spread the news so that you can show people outside the fortress that there would be these wonderful metal objects being crafted here. Certain groups that we've picked out, please come forward. We just start like directing the guards, like collect a group of assorted people, make sure that we have all of the infected selected.
All right, go ahead and give me a deception check.
All right, anybody gonna be helping me with this one?
Yeah, we're all help.
Yeah, go ahead and give it to me with advantage.
We're
Dirk
all
is just
in
trying
this
his best little
together.
hand poses of going, ooh.
Ooh, ah.
A 13.
Wow. Wow.
I have 0 bonus to my perception. Am I allowed to give myself guidance?
Deception?
Yeah, you can give yourself guidance. It seems like something that you would try to do, too. Lord, help me deceive these little creatures.
Wow, we are. This is not.
God damn it.
14.
Okay, so let me just check something real quick.
Well, this turn.
I was doing well up until now.
Les, what is this break brought to us by?
This break is brought to us by Dungeons and Diners, where you can get your a lovely breakfast meal anytime you want. Furnished with only the finest of holding cells and torture pits for you to enjoy your meal.
You see
It's
Dirk
an
on
adventure for the whole family.
Every room has its own
Come
toilet
on
in the
down
corner.
to Dungeons and Diners. Your first cup of green slime is absolutely free.
It's delicious.
You're gonna have to roll to determine what menu you get on this trip. What? Yeah.
Clients devoured by gelatinous cubes will not be reimbursed for their time.
I rolled a 6. I rolled a 6.
Okay, so hold on. Oh wow. That's actually pretty incredible. All right, so yeah, you start calling forward names, the marked people start coming up, and then it seems like they've caught on to you because a couple of them grab onto nearby civilians and put them in like a hold. And one of them says, you need to guarantee me free passage. We're getting out of here.
Can Dirk and I see them?
Yes. Wait, they're all outside, so you wouldn't be at your perches anymore.
Yeah, we all.
How many of them do this?
I thought we were on the outside of the tree.
Oh, you're on the outside of the tree? Shit, what kind of range are we talking about then?
Shoot up to 300 feet.
Yeah, but he's
At
got a
least
short.
5 feet away.
So let's say like you're on a branch over here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually considered long range for SITs. You'd have disadvantage on attacks. But Dirk, that's within your short range. So.
We both have a longbow.
Oh, you have a longbow too? I thought you were working with a short bow. My bad.
Yeah, he's been
No,
training.
I got
with
proficient
longbow.
finally.
I forgot. Yeah, you went through the training and such.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, you guys are fine.
How many people?
Yes. 3 out of 5 of them.
Okay,
And the
I'm
other-
gonna target the one that grabbed a hold of one of the civilians.
Okay.
Hold.
I'm gonna tell the guards to grab the 2 that fell forward essentially.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then jump to the one nobody else that he's not targeting. I'll go away from the tree.
How
the furthest
far
from the tree?
How far away is the closest one to me?
I mean, 2 of them that came forward are within, like 15 feet probably.
Mm-hmm. So I was gonna see if I could cast Sanctuary on one of them.
On one of the enemies?
One of the people that they have in their hold.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
So,
it forces
yeah.
them to try and choose a potential different target.
Yeah, you can do that.
Let's see, does this work with... Okay, I can't upcast it, it looks like.
No, but it's a bonus action, and it's a really good spell, but, you might get someone else's head bit off, is all I'm saying.
I mean...
It is what it is.
That's all I could do.
Yeah. So, you got this crowd who suddenly are starting to realize that something is off. And 3 of them are grabbing onto people and demanding safe travel out of here. And the other 2 are getting grabbed by guards, mantises. And as soon as they do, they start mutating into these big maw tentacled creatures, and they start fighting back against the guards. One almost immediately gets his head bitten off, and the other one that was handling him goes in for a swipe, and it's a struggle. The other one hasn't been lethal yet, but is trying.
How far away am I from those?
I imagine that you guys were 25 feet away from the crowd or so. So away from those guys, probably 15 feet.
Can I go to it and do that little thief thing I've never done?
Oh, assassination?
Yes.
I'll allow it.
A reaction cast a spell?
What spell?
I mean,
Gizzard's Dislocation.
Is that a reaction?
Well, I can use my reaction to cast a spell as long as it's an action with Warcaster.
Oh, that's an attack of opportunity, man.
Okay.
Yeah, when you go to make an attack of opportunity, instead you can cast a spell instead of, hitting someone with a weapon.
can he just normally cast a spell? Because it seems like they're the ones that are not currently fighting. The ones out in the field are waiting for our action.
Yeah. Trying to leverage some civilians on you.
Let me,
But yeah,
let me clarify something here. We've got 5 aberrations in the crowd that we've
We've got
identified.
3 in the crowd, 2 being handled by the guards.
Yeah.
So we need to act quick to handle the ones out in the crowd in order to help
I
the
was going
guards.
to take the one that grabbed the civilian.
Where is Volgrat during all
3 of
this?
them. All
Volgrat's
3
with the guards.
So he's with the 2 fighting with the guards fighting the 2?
Well, there's more guards. There's a small ring of them around the crowd. But
Todier,
I don't know. I imagine he's in there somewhere.
can you just tell everybody to step back from the people in the middle?
All right, everybody, step back. We don't want anybody else getting hurt today.
Okay, 3
Yeah.
tops this time.
The crowd snaps to and start rushing away from the danger. And this triggers the people are the aberrations that are holding people hostage, and they start transforming. And lashing out with tentacles at some of the fleeing people.
I'm taking a shot at whichever one's closest to me that has a civilian.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and make attacks if you're planning on attacking.
Yeah, I'm attacking.
I'm gonna tell the
I'm
guards to make
attacking.
a line between the people fleeing and the
Apparitions.
crowd, the apparitions. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving in to encircle them and keep them away from the rest of the crowd.
They're not bunched up, are they?
They
How far apart from each other are they?
I mean, it was kind of a spread.
Yeah.
Dang, that was a nice stab, sir.
Nice.
My thing isn't working.
Dang it! It still would have been it would have been a critical hit, even though it's literally a critical hit.
Well, that's
It was almost a double crit.
It is a double crit. You got to understand that's an automatic follow-up
Yeah.
because we do exploding crits.
Huh.
So go ahead and follow that up.
No, that didn't do it.
That's okay. Double crit. You're doing triple damage, which is 33 piercing damage. Well, you got to roll your sneak attack.
Is that the 46?
Yeah, that's 46.
14.
14 times 3.
14 times 3, 12, 30, 42.
42.
Plus 33.
42 and 33 is 75.
Is your rapier magical?
It could be.
What do you mean by that?
If it kills them, then it sends them to a whole new world.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're saying that it is not.
It is not.
No.
Oh. Well, that sucks. Cites, you're rolling a whole lot of longbow attacks.
I am not seeing any updates here. I don't know what this thing is.
Oh, maybe try refreshing your
You've attacked
page.
like 17 times.
Yeah.
You're not going again for like 15 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. All your attacks have been made for the next 3 games.
I drank some orange juice before I started shooting. I'm in hyper mode. I can't see anything. It's not
Suddenly your
updated.
character just freezes. And then
Cites just turns into this automatic bow, just just raining down arrow after arrow after arrow.
I'm gonna try and teleport one of them.
Okay.
With Gizzard's Dislocation, I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna upcast it so I can get an additional 15 feet, and
Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back in, see if this works.
Yeah, okay. So that one loses its hostage and flies up into the air and lands with a meaty splat. However, it doesn't seem to have taken any damage.
The one I had Sanctuary on it.
I was about to get there.
Okay.
Yeah, because these creatures are making attacks on their hostages now that you opened fired. And, well, unfortunately, it has worked its way through your sanctuary and completely removed its victim's head and face and neck and upper chest.
It rolled a 16.
It's rolled a natural 16.
Well. Oh well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it beat your DC. You can feel it break your magic as it chomps through its innocent victim. Another one does the same and completely tears it apart down the middle. It's like it wraps tentacles around it and just... It's a gore fest. These things completely lose all restraint and start tearing people apart as best they can. Like most of people have been, removed from the equation, and it turns into a big melee. And it becomes apparent that the only people that can do any damage here are the people using magical weapons or spells. So it drags on, and a few more of your people die, and you eventually put down this little uprising or invasion or whatever you want to call it. But it has some fairly poor results as far as like morale and the effectiveness of keeping everyone alive. Although you did save a whole lot of lives by acting quickly.
Yeah, this is.
Could we try and corral them all together?
That was the idea with getting them in this field.
Mm-hmm.
I got it to work finally.
Well, I mean,
with
them all within.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I'm saying, the battle rages on and you guys win, but there's some casualties.
This is kind of like the second time we've let this happen. First, it was that weird ass clown. This.
I hate to say that, there wasn't a whole lot you could have known and done better, because then that means it's my fault, and that can't be right.
Does my spare the dying help anybody in this situation? I'm just gonna...
As well as mine?
I forgot you had that. Yeah, 2 people have it. So...
I also made a maul attack to rush into the melee.
Yeah.
I'd used a spell before.
A lot of people that got attacked by these things were ripped apart brutally. But some of the rabbit folk who were retreating from the hostage bearers took some tentacle attacks and are, sitting there, needing medical attention and bleeding out and such. In those cases, yeah, you saved a few lives by going around and touching them. However, here's where I hit you with the really bad news. Todier, you suddenly realize that the person you went up to go and heal croaked as soon as you got close to him. You find yourself lucky that you've kept your distance from the rest of the civilians, because you suddenly realize how fatal you are to them.
I put my gauntlets back in my bag of holding.
Yeah, you got to tell me that every time. I hope you know that.
And then I'll go in with my high medicine checks.
Yeah, for sure. Overall, let's see.
Are you about to make a roll for civilian deaths here?
I'm actually counting.
Hold on, I've got it. 44 people died.
No, 8
from
rabbit
my
folk.
stray arrows that were not on target. I just mowed down everybody.
Fireball, fuck it. We'll get new people.
Lateral damage.
No,
yeah, that's where I was going with that.
over the course of this unfortunate event, 8 rabbit folk and 2 mantis folk have lost their lives.
Dang.
Yeah.
We still have our 2 goats.
You still have 2 goat folk.
I was going to ask, is that merchant still here? Can I get those other 2 goats?
So none of the other buildings were infected by these aberrations. Only the main building had time to start spreading these things. And only one of them had stayed behind. It was found by some guards and eventually brought down. So it's safe to say that your home is once again safe, although you're going to have to provide funerals and such for the dead.
We should probably also actually make that blacksmith.
I actually
And
can't
have-
help with that.
Begin selling magical weapons.
now it's time to have a
We're
talk
under
to
attack.
Hannah about.
You're
Hey,
gonna
I
have to
asked you to
fight.
fortify this place. How did that get in?
I mean, he said that you sent him ahead. He knew your guys' names.
I will tell you this now.
What
We
language
are
did he
not-
speak?
He spoke Gnomish.
You understand
Can we get
Gnomish?
like a
Yeah, I understand Gnomish, Dwarf, Veldakeen, human,
Slow
like
down, slow down. I need to
12
take
other
this
languages.
note. She knows all of them then, essentially. Like,
I know many.
I need to.
Then
list
cut
those,
the
please.
venom.
You need a list. I mean, write it down.
We've been suffering a lot. We've been suffering a lot of attacks where the attacker disguises themselves.
We need to have
I
some
will
security
tell you,
questions.
there's the
It works
guards.
online.
I'm going to tell the guards and Hannah very seriously that if they are not escorted by us, kill them immediately.
Who's they?
Anybody. If they show up here saying
Anybody-
they know us and we're not with them, and you haven't
Anybody
met
who
them,
comes through that portal.
That's a bad
about-
idea.
I
What if
didn't
it's
know.
genuinely someone who knows us?
we're
and
not,
we're just not there.
We're not going to send people back here, but we could at the front gate. Could we grow I don't know what to call it besides a prison, where we could hold people like this until we come back.
Yes.
Plot twist. Dirtle rises. Says, "Oh, I know these guys. I've been with them on many adventures. Why are you killing
Get
me?"
him!
He just gets cut down.
The third time this week.
I feel like we need some personal defense against creatures that can shapeshift and change their form.
They're rare, but apparently
Not
you found
here.
them.
They keep appearing.
All right, well, so you guys are back and everything seems to be safe now. You may attempt to take a long rest.
Well, I'm going
Yes,
to
that's-
coordinate the repairs on the Ironwood Fortress first. Or can Henna handle that? Like, could she just regrow it, essentially?
Can handle repairs. Yeah, it's going to take a few days for the floors to grow back, but the tree will heal.
What if I give her a ruby?
That will help.
Hold on, let me find those in my notes real quick so I can... you guys are right with 3 pieces of Alexandrite? Yeah.
I can take Alexandrite.
No, I'm asking the rest of the party. You guys are okay with me giving that to her to fund our growth?
Yeah, sure.
'Cause I'm sure that'll help with the jail and the repairs.
Oh, do we want to make new buildings?
I think we've
I don't know if
used
we have
all
the
of our
funding.
building points for this location.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the funding to make
I
entirely
don't
new
know. I was going to
buildings
say
yet.
we don't have any funds to make any more.
Yeah, you were kind of hoping to grab a bunch of funds from the dungeon that you guys were, in. You did come back with some good medals and stuff, and oh, this actually brings me to the other thing that came up while all this was going on. Todier, what did I name your Oh, Lucky. Yeah, Lucky, the one-armed, one-eyed, 3-legged mantis monk who was your mentor. He comes up and he says, "Sir," and he gives a bow. "We have a minor problem. The caravan that was showing up with the food and the goods and the new merchants didn't show up this week."
Have you released any hunting parties or gathering parties as of yet?
No, I was waiting for word. Should I send out scouts to see what happened to them?
Didn't we? Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we send them out before we left? So it's been a day or two, or how long's it been since we went into the portal? Essentially, because I sent out hunting and gathering parties.
It's only been about a day.
Yeah, so I don't think we should send out search parties for them yet.
Well, the last caravan left yesterday. The new one was supposed to show up yesterday as well. I'm just worried.
Yeah, isn't there scouts out there looking for them already?
Is there?
I thought that's what Todia was trying to say.
No, there was normal hunting and gathering parties, but I hadn't brought up the missing caravan yet until now.
So can I put? I'm gonna ask Dirk if I can put Volgrat in charge of a search party to go and look for the caravan while we take our long rest.
Did you say Dirk?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Dirk if I can use his Warhammer guy, Volgrat.
Oh yeah, because that's his employee.
Yeah, no, he's my guy.
Right, I forgot about that.
So I'm asking your permission to send him in charge of a search party.
Dirk's just
My
sitting there.
God.
Dirk's just sitting there holding his sweet tea. You've come to the right guy. All right, Bildred, go and help him. Here's 2 gold coins.
You got it, boss.
And we'll send... Hold on, let me look at my numbers again. Damn it. Wrong. Let's send... 12 mantises with him.
Cool. Yeah, so a proper fighting force. Right on. I'll let you know what happens with that. And then you can get your long rests in for the night. Wake up in the morning, tackle everything with a bright perspective, full strength.
I was.
That mean I can tackle Dirk?
Sorry, one at a time. Dirk?
Oh, I was going to mention to Bildrat before he left for his scout mission.
Yeah.
I'll just pull him aside and be like, if you see anything unusual, you tell me first. Got it?
Okay, so you don't want me to engage any monsters or enemies? Just come back here and report?
Basically.
Okay.
We still have a cast-off plate armor and smoldering breastplate that we might be able to equip him with.
Yeah, neither one has like defensive bonuses per se, but the smoldering one gives like intimidation factor, and the cast off one allows you to put it on and off quickly. So like if you're ambushed in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think I'm wearing the cast-off one.
Can we get 2 of those?
Yeah,
though?
cast-off plate armor. I think we only got 1.
And you still wearing the mithril half plate, right?
Throw up plate.
Wait, you shouldn't be wearing half plate.
I'm not wearing.
Okay, so that means
I have
we still
on
have the
my
mithril half plate and the smoldering breastplate and...
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
on
studded
my
leather.
items. Yeah, I'm wearing the cast-off plate armor.
And I don't think you got good armor per se yet. I'm not sure. Ethan, what do you got on?
Wearing a black shirt, some striped jammies.
Oh, okay.
What you got?
I got this cool shirt. It says, I got your back.
Nice.
It's a fun, dude. I have integrated armor on my body, so I don't really have armor on per se.
Well, if we give Volgrat the mithril half plate for this mission, he doesn't lose advantage on stealth.
What armor do I have?
I don't know. It should be on your character sheet.
I have the mithril armor.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure we've equipped like all of that armor when we
I know we still have some of it, but I don't think it's the stuff with the cool buffs.
It's
just
literally just the smoldering
and the
breastplate
studded
and
armor
a
gleaming.
Yeah, it's just
and
those two.
also one full plate mail.
Yeah, Bulgrat doesn't seem to wear a whole lot of armor anyway. He seems more of like a barbarian type.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't worry too much about him. Besides, he was one of the few people that was doing damage to the imposter creatures. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so he has a magic axe of some sort.
Yeah, he's got a big old great axe.
And I'll also bring up in my loot notes, I still have the Wand of Secrets, reveals secret traps or doors, anything hidden. And we now have a magician. So
Yeah, you can give that to him if you like.
I mean, we did get this
After
when we got him, so he
when I
might
wake
already.
up in the morning,
What'd you say, Saitis?
Yeah, I have the Wand of Secrets in my inventory.
after the long rest, when I wake up in the morning, I'll wait for Dirk to wake up, and then I'm going to tackle.
You're gonna attack Dirk?
Tackle. Not
Attack. Gotcha. I mean, give me an attack.
Do I perceive this?
That is also a good question. Probably not is the answer. But go ahead and give me a stealth check too, just so.
I see this.
Do you though?
Oh, okay. So if I'm trying to see his stealth, what do I roll? Because a normal 20 is not what I roll.
It's perception.
Yeah,
Try to intimidate the bookcase.
Dang it.
Okay, you rolled a natural 2. Great. But no, Dirk is actually the one that needs to perceive this.
I've been awake all night. I don't sleep.
That's fair. What do you even do at night?
Hey,
Look at that.
can you follow that up to see if like your eyes glow when you see this?
Right?
No,
Nope.
it does not.
They
Your eye
start to
just
glow
twitches.
and
Guys, I can see currents. On some form of electricity.
Yeah, but I still rolled a 27.
Yeah. The nat 20 is gonna let him see you though. He just got lucky. You were hidden perfectly, and he just picked up like a scent, you know. But however, you can still go to attack him. You just won't have advantage. I mean, tackle him. Just give me any old attack. Okay. What's your armor class, Dirk?
17.
Oh, he actually steps to the side right before you make contact with him, Asaites.
Says, "Ole!"
Ole.
Can I stab him in the butt with my dagger now?
So you actually got to draw a weapon and start attacking him?
No,
Okay, I'm like, what are you trying to actually do here?
I was trying to tackle Dirk. You
Just
said we
shift
could
the
wake
dude.
up in the morning and tackle whatever we wanted, so I wanted to tackle Dirk.
It's
Now,
a play
like
on
a
words.
1,000
Now
years
I
of
understand.
death.
Now at this point, with him missing me barely, I want to go back and smack him right in the back of the head if I can. Just smack him.
I'll use my uncanny dodge, and he'll miss.
So, I mean, that only halves damage. But, so what I'm hearing here is that you guys immediately, when you wake up, get into like a wrestling match / game of tag.
Well, it's to me, it would be like the student trying to tackle the teacher, but then the teacher sidesteps and goes, "No, you moron! You got to be fast."
You gotta be quicker.
Excuse me.
Okay.
You wouldn't have seen me if I didn't fart.
Right. So great.
That's what it was.
I can't stop imagining you just perfectly behind a tree like in a cartoon, you know, that crazy cactus pose, and
Right, you got your daggers out, you're ready to fucking kill a guy, and then ruin your whole thing. Right on. Well, so Dirk, with that natural 20 perception, though, you can see that there is a rabbit folk that you're not familiar with that is like rolling some dice on the balcony up from you, like across the tree, and you know he's paying a whole lot of attention to you guys, kind of smiling at you.
Does he have a round nose? Does he have a
Shoot
clown
him.
nose?
Shoot him.
Does
Shoot him.
I mean, he looks like a nondescript rabbit folk.
If I
Ugh.
I just go up to him and be like, very carefully, and it's like, look, if I challenge you to a game, are you gonna kill me?
Why did you want to play dice?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, no, I wasn't going to kill you.
Okay, that sounds great. He's legit.
He didn't make a joke.
Yeah.
Just so you know, your life hung in the balance. Whether you made a joke after he said that, you would have been slain on the spot. We've had
I sit down and play dice with the guy.
We've had very traumatic experiences with people pretending to be residents.
So, yes, you have. So, he says, as you're playing dice, you know, going back and forth, it's like a Yahtzee game. Says, you guys got back from the portal room yesterday. How was that?
You know anything about it?
Can I shoot?
Well, of course. I mean, you made the big speech in front of the whole town, and then, you know, right before everyone started shape-shifting and tearing other people apart, which was, you know, interesting. But, you know, I'm just wondering, like, what did you find? What did you learn?
Oh, quite a bit. We found a whole bunch of metal stuff. Found a whole bunch of odd-looking small dudes in jars. One had 3 legs.
That
Came across those blood-looking things.
small guys? Kind of like that dude that, you know, showed up yesterday out of the tunnel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
shoot him.
Please don't shoot him.
He's actually a good person that we know of.
How about I shoot him in the foot?
I don't think you should shoot him at all.
Well, right now, this is a conversation between... I mean, I guess you were there, to be fair. All right, never mind.
Yeah, I think I was.
All right. He was on the balcony above you guys. I just kind of envisioned that Dirk flew up there. But you could definitely take the stairs.
You can't fly.
I'll just kind of stand by with my bow ready, and if he does
Right.
anything funny,
Suspicious.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. There's like, what else? What else? Tell me more. I'm super curious. Gnomes, like forgotten race of people, precursors, craziness.
What about you? You look pretty new here.
Oh, yeah, I came in on one of the most recent caravans.
Oh, how is it outside here?
Pretty bad, not gonna lie. Immigration is gonna spike here pretty soon, I'm sure.
Were you guys under attack or anything on the way here?
On the way here, not so much, thankfully. But in the Ursina Kingdom, things are getting pretty bad. The dragon's followers are extorting all the people of the land into doing whatever it is they want. Witch hunts are being held. People are being burned at the stake. The Bear King is nowhere to be found. His capital has been sacked. Currently inhabited by a couple younger dragons. It's not pretty. I haven't seen it myself, but you hear tales, you know. Oh, yeah, and one of the more troubling bits is Duskin's mercenary force on the border of the Tosculi lands is taking a pretty big hit. I hear the big guy's missing. I mean, on the bright side, I'm pretty sure the dragons will fight the Tosculi if they invade too far. You know, I think that they claimed the Ursina Kingdom as their own at this point. Silver lining, I guess.
They are a pretty
It'd
territory.
be nice if they claimed the Tosculi one.
Anyway, that's a Yahtzee.
Dang it!
You know, next time, my friend.
Good game though. And I give him a gold piece. Here.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Could I have Poe direct the spiders to print out the manual for the spiders?
Oh, I see what you mean. They don't. He said he doesn't have the blueprint to that. I told you they were a third party contractor.
Oh, right.
You can try and reverse engineer one.
Yeah. I'll definitely want to do that.
Are you a tinkerer at all? Do you have a tinkerer's kit?
I did not have a tinkerer's kit. I have Smith's tools.
Not quite what you need.
No, I'd have to get one.
Earring, you put the cloth back in the spider?
They have like a spool of thread that you can replace.
And I can replenish them with the cashmere from the goats.
That's true. I forgot you guys had giant goats.
Goat Mez and Mortricia.
Well, if you would like to set those guys up as an independent business, they don't need like their own building. They could start transforming your cashmere into like sweaters and shit.
Yeah, first, if I can't get their blueprint, I do want them to print out the maps of the compounds.
Oh, okay. You add it to the war room.
Yeah.
Okay, someone add those maps to like an inventory, just so we don't forget about them.
Can I one rabbit folk his name?
I'm having maps.
They call me Talkative Jimmy.
Jimmy, huh?
Yep, that's me. He looks like a somewhat younger adult rabbit folk. Seen some wear and tear. He's got a notch on one of his ears. Somewhat scarred, but you know.
Timmy's cousin.
Would you like?
What?
Yeah.
What did you guys say?
What?
Well, Ethan said something, and then you said something. I didn't catch either one.
What'd you say?
I said it's Timmy's cousin.
Oh, Jimmy? Yeah.
No, Timmy. Timmy's family
Yeah,
farm.
Timmy's cousin Jimmy. Yeah, for sure. I feel you.
And then I asked if he wanted a job.
Oh, a job? Oh, a job doing what? Don't I already kind of work for you guys just living here?
Make me.
But I mean, I'm a hard-working type. I could do a job or two. What do you need?
Hold.
Holding.
Dirk immediately starts running down the entire way, and he's like, "Lask,
Yes, Dirk?
I have an idea." And
Oh, dear Lord.
it's not a bad one, but I just got an idea.
Everyone sound the alarm. Battle stations.
So I'll use
So,
my last skill point to call them all back to the southeast corner.
I would like to call the party to the war room.
Would everyone please assemble in the southeast corner again?
The council
I
has
will
been
have-
declared.
I will have Jimmy wait.
I'll head over there.
Wait outside the worm.
Yes, and I will give him an extra gold coin for his time.
Okay, done.
Okay.
So the council has been convened. The call has been made. One rushes down their fireman poles to the war room.
I got an idea, and it's crazy, but it might help us all out.
Tell little Dirk, Henna says.
All right.
Sorry, it's hard for me to remember the names of people who aren't plants.
Dirk just stares at his fingers because he knows he can talk to plants at any given point in time. Anyways, so I was talking to this rabbit folk over there while playing games, and he said the Earthring Nation, of course, as you know, is having some troubles, and the king's gone missing. Turns out that one general guy we came across is also kind of missing. So, with the nation of Earthring in disarray, my suggestion is to find these refugees from the Earthring Nation, give them homes here and Turtle's Rest to recoup, and then we help try to find main officials for this Earthring Nation, and then we all attack the dragon all at once. And help the Earthring Nation, and or we might have allies. And better trades. And better stuff.
Are you suggesting that we start to assemble something of an army here?
How
Yes.
about an armored army?
I know that puts us at a damper with the metal works, but I think if we can help out the Earthring Nation, they can help us out with the metal stuff.
Skilled workers, yeah.
Well, there are still many places through the portal that we have not discovered. We may find another place flush with metals that's potentially more easy to access than the currently guarded laboratory of the gnomes.
I mean, they can't exactly stop me from going back there either way.
But they did activate their security system.
Well, in
which
saving a
could
king,
be trouble.
if you save a king, he comes with a treasury. He could he could basically back our project on taking all the metal.
Not to mention titles.
The problem is right now we need something to start with. We don't exactly have smith ready to fuel an army, nor do we have the means to go out and search for these officials or important refugees or people who can even fight, for that matter.
I have Smith training, and I could send a letter to.
That's on the other side of the Ursine Kingdom is where you received your training and such. Now, Henna puts up her hand kind of reluctantly.
Hannah, you don't have to raise your hand. You're one of us.
Oh, sorry, I don't have the depth of experience that you all have, but, don't, I remember you telling me about the big undead ogre thing. Han, I think you called him. Doesn't he have, like, an information network?
Yeah, point of Jimmy. Jimmy was gonna go get that network.
Isn't that just on the other side of Turtle's Rest from us also?
Yeah, it's a few days away from Dirtle's Rest. It's a lot closer than any of the other kingdoms and such. He's just got a mountain peak, like keep, and he controls a lot of the people around the area.
Well, to have Jimmy over here relay some of the information to any refugees fleeing from Ursaring, if any come this direction, that there's a place here.
Yeah.
Until we can find somebody a little more official that knows what exactly is going down. I was fixing to say, to help out the Ursaring Nation would be a major plus for us.
To be fair, we were investigating the dragon before we took a detour and explored the gnomish side of the portal.
Now, on the other hand, I'm speaking to Ethan now. You has received a direct mission from those people who consider themselves your direct superiors. So keep that in mind when we're talking about all this.
I mean, because right now
He still hasn't told us about that.
Oh, well.
It's been mentioned, but yeah, he hasn't told you what the details are.
I mean, as of right now, it's they may be his commanding officers, but I mean, they're planet right now.
They issued Order 66.
Oh, you seems to have a lot of faith in them still. I just figured I'd bring it up to spice up the conversation, since it's the conversation about this.
Didn't we have access to other parts of the portals? Like the gnomish area was just one of the places we could choose to go to. What were the other?
Yeah, I can operate it.
Draconic, Elvish.
Can we go anywhere?
Hold on. We had Gnomish, Human, Draconic, Elvish, and Fey and Dwarf. As in the vault is what the runes you told me were in the vault with the portal.
If we truly wish to start building up a hold on, actually thinking about this, would we have any information about these races that the portal connects to, just based off the name?
Well,
this is
dwarf,
kind of like out of
those
context.
be like the blacksmiths we're looking for?
Yeah, but would we
Yeah,
know that?
These races are figures of legend, ancient legend.
All right. Alright, so then I was going to suggest that we could potentially explore the dwarf side of the portal, see if it is struck with disaster and destruction, kind of like the gnomish side was. If there are any dwarves there, we could potentially talk to them, see if we could ask them to join our side, and properly start up a blacksmith and start recruiting to make an army to fight the dragon.
Okay.
I have a thought.
Indeed.
What if we ask the gnomes? Yes, my voice has changed. What if we ask the gnomes if we can turn Project Rebirth upon the Ursa Kingdom to destroy the enemies that are oppressing the Bear King?
What is Project Rebirth? It was said a lot while we were there, but I've no idea what they meant by it. They also called us test subjects a lot.
Poe puts up one of his legs.
Mechanical thing is about to pee. Urinate, little thing, speak.
Oil's going everywhere.
Where's your match, Ascites?
Hold on a second. Gizzard was trying to say something.
I'm going to tell Poe to just tell me, and I'll use prestidigitation because you can make sound with it to quietly have what he said played out.
First off, beautiful layer. I've never seen anything quite like it. I love your decor. Hello, pretty lady. Also, I may be able to answer a lot of these questions and provide a lot of very valuable insight. It sounds like you guys don't really know a lot about these things, and I've absorbed a library on the subjects in question.
Honestly, I think we should ask if they can do a temporary alliance as well with the gnomes. Have the gnomes help us out.
Well, then, as much as I love my creators, they have developed far beyond wanting to interfere with other races' problems.
What if it interferes with their own?
I don't know. But you were asking about Project Rebirth, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is classified information, so please don't tell anyone I told you. Anyone? But he says Project Rebirth was an initiative to reinvent the gnomish species. My people, our people, he kind of gestures at you, were very tired of being at the bottom of the food chain, so to speak, of the other races and power networks. So the clans that felt this way left their world on a ship, traveled here to colonize this one. And what they were met with was, again, more elves and dwarves and humans, all looking down on them. So Project Rebirth was supposed to reinvent all the gnomes, be able to transfer them into new bodies like you. And they were going to start a war to claim this world as their own.
Yikes.
But okay. We've all got problems.
Maybe it's best if we choose to limit our time spent with the gnomes.
This does
I'm
not
sure
make
there's a
sense.
type of relationship that can become.
Does it make sense?
Okay, this does not make sense to you two. I was designed to destroy the mage dragon, not all the people.
My records show that you were a prototype that was in the testing phase. I can't tell you what your name was before when you were a gnome, but I can tell that one of the researchers that was in charge of your project sent you on an unregistered mission, and that was the last you were seen of.
Does that mean we're all a little gnome?
What's that?
Do we all have a little bit of gnome in us?
Nobody a little bit of
Any
gnome
amount of gnome is
inside of
little.
us?
Yeah, even a whole gnome is a little gnome.
I mean, an especially small amount of gnome.
There's no way. There's no way to gnome.
Legitimate medical condition.
No, it appears that the biological side of the compound was geared towards making or advancing different animals into more suitable servitile species. But from what I've seen here, it looks like it failed.
No, it failed.
I mean, like I said, I love my people, but more than 75% of gnomish experiments end in failure.
That's actually an extremely high success rate.
Should we go back and blow up the facility?
No. You mentioned dwarves. Oh, do you have any information on dwarves?
Yeah. Taller in stature than gnomes. Smaller in stature than you. Prefer to live subterranean lifestyles. Known for great craftsmanship, great alcohol, and Underdark warfare.
Sounds good to me. What do you know about elves?
Tall, slender, long-lived, aloof, tend to be obstinate, somewhat selfish. The older they get, the more removed they are from societies and people. Also, a high level of craftsmanship. They tend to be very skilled in anything that they do because of how long they live.
And human beings?
Human beings, yes. I have a few entries on them. Chaotic, selfish, destructive, short-lived. It doesn't say anything really flattering about human beings.
Someone was offended.
Are they plant people, or what's up with why are they beans?
No, I think that's a typo. But I'm not sure what it's supposed to be.
Human beings. Beans.
So what we have a few options here. What do we want to do going forward?
You have so many options, it's not even funny.
I'm burdened by the inability to choose.
I mean, the Earthspring Nation, I mean, that is still helping us with our dragon goal.
Yeah, but...
So do we want to potentially set up the infrastructure to start supplying Ursaring people and fighters with the potential to fight back against the dragons, that would make our group a target.
When are you not?
But I have
This is
a
also very
risky
true.
idea where we all lead our own party. One of us or two of us goes through each portal with a diplomatic party and try to recruit anybody from any kingdom we can.
I see Todier wants to give Josh a headache.
I'm going in the sewer. I go in the sewer.
Well, it'd be nice to give him one back.
Do I
That
have
is
to
fair.
Gauntlets, I'm gonna split the party into 4 different worlds.
Split the party! Woo! I'll see you guys in 5 months.
It's Avengers Endgame. I'm not going for the Soul Stone.
We're all like, wow, we haven't seen you in ever. Josh is like, I need a freaking vacation.
Did you get anyone? No. What about y'all?
What'd you say, Cites?
Y'all?
I can make popcorn.
Oh, on that note, Henna says, well, I did decipher a couple more locations for the portal network, if it helps.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Hey, Poe, can you help with that project?
What? What do you mean?
Are you referencing the little weird iBot?
Helping
Yes, he's my familiar now.
to give
I really am not comfortable with nothing around.
Sorry, you. What were you saying?
assistance. That's helping.
You and your wordplay.
Alright,
we
Hannah,
really
what
aren't
other
related.
places?
What'd you say, Jacob?
What other places can we go, Hannah?
Well, I found one that was listed under the Elven control. Seemed to be listed as an island getaway. But I've got the controls for that. And I found one for the Dwarven Nation, listed as Starfall.
Wait, did you find the location for Not a Gas Chamber?
I have not found a location labeled like that, no.
Not a gas chamber.
But what is it? So we can do a vote over the next week for plan of action.
Well, would Poe know anything about Starfall?
Starfall?
Yeah.
Starfall was a diplomatic location between the dwarves and other races, housing a citadel and a local governor, and was constructed upon the site of a large crater rumored to be a fallen star, where they mined a substance called adamantium.
Final Fantasy VII told me anything.
You want to see my cadaver bone?
No.
I mean, it's a diplomatic center. That would be a good bet.
It's right back here.
What's back there, Cites?
My cadaver bone.
Oh. So, destinations on the docket. We have portal destinations. We have Starfall, Mysterious Elven Retreat, Also back to the laboratory to do some gnomish work. We also have Ursine, the whole Ursine Kingdom campaign that can be played out. We also have the location of a dragon stronghold that is begging to be raided. Dangerous as that is. Am I missing anything? Wasn't there another?
Just
See the Dragon Stronghold, every destination when it comes to the portal. Someone also mentioned going to the Ogre Lich.
Oh, that was actually Henna. That was me.
I was going to well, after we got done with all this, I was going to go ahead and give Jimmy like 50 gold. Tell him to get a whole bunch of equipment. If he needs anybody else to travel with him, great. And if he can come back successfully after telling the network, hey, if anybody from the Earthring Nation is needing refuge or anything like that, I was going to give him a small $300 reward for doing the job.
Do we have dollars?
300 gold.
Yeah. Well, you know that he's going to need to bargain with Hun if he does go there.
I'll give him extra 100 because they apparently like the extra 100 I always throw.
No,
Just
that was the individual guards.
Yeah,
Hun likes magic items, but we do have a smoldering breastplate.
Well, doesn't he like unique items? So we could even send one of the half-cog swords.
That is also a fairly unique. This is an ancient gnomish weapon along with a smoldering breastplate. Yeah, sure.
That's true. Just if you're sending him, then keep your facts straight. The last time you spoke with him, things progressed in a certain way.
Mm-hmm. What exactly would you want him to find out?
Where exactly the Earthring King is at. If we need to rescue him, then we rescue a ruler. That's high praise right there.
That's huge. It's true.
Yeah. We rescue a general. We could try to maybe see if the general would know where the king would be, but
do we want
all in all, I would
like
rather see if we can get the king first.
Do I want to get like a list of the potential people to see, query their whereabouts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A grouping of influential people that we ask about, right?
Is it too much for me to ask for this in writing?
So what you're saying is you want a hit list?
No, I just meant to me personally or on the general chat of all these things that should be going off at the same time. And then I was going to do a poll for the Facebook group so you guys can think about it over the next week and choose the destination or plan based on that poll. I think that could save us a bunch of time and let people think about it.
I think good.
Right, but no matter what you choose there, you're going to send off talkative Jimmy to Han. So just let me know his objectives, and I'll let you know about that when he comes back.
All right.
I posted how I spelled not a gas chamber in chat.
Not a gas chamber. That's amazing.
That is great. Wow. Okay, so that's canonically the name in Gnomish. So, Scribe, do you want to take that down?
Tree and tree. For all
I
your communication needs, but not a gas chamber.
Not.
I was about to edit the goals and plans note. I had kind of been ignoring it just a little bit, just because it was kind of straightforward of just we do this and we do this and we do this. But now we actually have
a bunch of shitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we've been in this position where you need to make a solid choice like this. So, write that shit down.
Adding in a little thing that's just called current objective list, and then
for sure. Last order of business. Go ahead and level up.
I have all the quest lines he just listed written down if you want me to send that over to you, Lesk.
Can you just like put that in chat somewhere, and then I'll just copy and paste that and put it in the note.
How do I do that?
I just put it in like Discord chat or something. I don't know. Or there.
So
Were you asking how do you do that to the level up thing? You know what? So you open up your character sheet and go to the top right. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Yeah, and then there'll be like Charactermancer level 1, and then Charactermancer level 1 plus. Make sure you do the level 1 plus, otherwise it will reset your character to level 1.
would suck.
It's just annoying. I did it once, and it actually saved all the choices. So, like, as you level up, it'll automatically fill in what you got at that level and what you chose. But it's still just annoying to go through all those pages.
Whoa.
Are you?
What? Out of a D6? Hey, that's average.
Woo! I got an 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, got a 7. Ooh, I get divine intervention.
Nice. You can start acting for direct intervention from your deity.
Lovely.
King, finally, purity of body. I am now immune to disease and poison.
I could just cure most diseases and poisons.
Yeah, but he can't be affected by them.
I guess that's fair.
And my movement went up another 20 feet.
That's 20 feet total.
I can now camouflage myself, and I gain a plus 10 stealth check.
Nope, Castle, it's unarmored movement. Starting at 10th level, your speed increases by 20 feet while you are not wearing armor or wielding a shield.
Wow.
And previously, it was 10 feet.
I have a question.
Maybe.
Huh.
So 5.
Yeah.
Do I automatically get a trip, or do I?
If you get an extra cantrip, you just choose another cantrip. Yeah.
Oh, I get a new natural environment. Yay.
Awesome.
I'm picking mountain.
Right? It's like where half of your quests are fucking being held right now.
Right. The Deft Explorer. I got quite a bit of the class features here.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just went up level and got divine intervention. Although, to be fair, getting the help of God is kind of a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal. Plus, you get spell slots. So
That is
half
about one. Yeah.
half of what clerics get when they level up is just spell slots.
My unarmored movement only went up from 15 to 20, not from 10 to 20, because I only went from 45 to 50.
I was going to say, it's not 20 all at once. It's spread out through your levels.
No, I do that every time I read that. I'm like, wait, what? And then I go back to
I'm so fast!
I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm still so fast, but... Fuck.
You are, yeah.
Could you imagine if I was moving 65? Like, Jesus fuck.
Right? Triple dashing for freaking, 190. 195.
I am now a missile!
Straight up a wall, no less.
You're right. Superman, I'll just run over this building real quick.
And like your movement speed goes up, your jump distance goes up, right? That's how your thing works.
Because my jump is half my speed.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can give myself temporary hit points. Nice.
Very nice, very nice. I honestly have never even looked to see what Swarm Keepers get at higher levels.
I throw people. And I'm literally waiting to this one ability where I can literally look anywhere within 30 feet and literally teleport to that area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can do that.
But I can do it freely. And as much as I want.
Well, we all know the magician can do it, but that freaking ranger?
You'll
Right.
never see me coming.
Good times. What did Ethan get?
He doesn't know yet.
Oh.
Dirk, aren't you the ranger bard?
No.
That was
That's
Dirtle,
right.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
I can magically become invisible along with any equipment I am wearing until the start of my next turn.
Cool. Is that like a reaction or a bonus action or some shit?
You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So,
But is it an action?
as a bonus action.
There you go.
Wow.
That's
Passing.
you might as well be.
A second. So you can attack with your action and then just disappear with your bonus action?
Exactly.
For one round, yeah.
Well, I mean, still, that's enough for them to miss.
Yep.
I remember a certain enemy that could do that. They gave us a hell of a time.
Oh yeah.
And I also have hide in plain sight, so that's a plus 10 to my stealth. If I don't move.
Yeah, if you're not moving.
Alright, I got my spells. Ooh, cantrip.
That's because if you try to hide without cover, you're supposed to have disadvantage, I think. So it's probably to offset that. What about you, Cites? What did you get for leveling up?
Just ability score increases. But my perception is now a 5.
Oh yeah.
I now have 65 hit points.
Just got to 98.
That's right, because you guys get feats and shit at level 10, huh?
Do we?
Not me.
I didn't get any.
No, that's level 12.
Is it? Okay. My bad.
I get something 11th, I think. I can't
Oh, that's right. It's every 4 levels, huh?
Yeah, I got, whenever I'm concentrating on a conjuration spell, I can't lose concentration from damage.
Oh, dude. You need to start summoning shit.
Right? I need to find spells for that, though, because the ones I got are for more utility for right now.
Well, I mean, what level spell can you cast?
Up to 5th, I believe.
Okay. So how about, like, summon construct or summon aberration, summon elemental, summon fiend, you know, any of these things.
I think I went up at a proficiency point.
Yeah, so what I usually want to do is I want to learn conjuration spells because it costs me half the time and half the resources to learn conjuration spells.
I understand that and all, but how many freaking people have you found that sell magical scrolls?
True.
You got to take that into account. How many times have you found anyone? How many times have we found a magical dealer that sells scrolls?
Like, never. We've found random magic scrolls in crypts and dungeons.
Well, looks like
somebody,
the elves.
Somebody who is straight up like, "Hey, you want a magic scroll?" Nope.
I could commission the merchants that come through. Hey, I'm looking for magic scrolls, old spell
One
books.
thing, like we haven't had Jacob rolling the merchants every week, but there isn't any merchants this week, so. Other than that, you may be able to research a portal destination.
So I will say it's been a night since we sent out Volgrat and the crew, right? So.
Yeah, they took off last night.
Okay, so nothing on them yet?
Nothing yet.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. The caravan route is a couple weeks long, so it may take up to that to hear back from them.
I just don't want to leave it in my notes if it's not important.
Yeah, leave it in the notes. That way you can ask me about it next week or whatever.
Yeah.
Josh, you just want me to text you what I want Jimmy to do?
Yeah, or post it in Discord. That would be fine too.
That's cool.
You know, something that's easy for us to look up next week or whenever.
Oui.
Indeed. What is this one? Summon Star? Oh my god. This is from Deep Magic, guys. It's an 8th level conjuration spell where you literally summon a friendly star from the heavens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, but what do you define as a friendly star?
It appears in an unoccupied space you can see within range and takes the form of a glowing humanoid with long white hair. All creatures other than you who view the star must make a successful wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the duration of the spell. A creature charmed in this way can repeat the saving throw at the end of turns. On a success, it's no longer charmed and immune. In all other ways, the star is equivalent to a diva, as in the angel diva. It understands and obeys verbal commands you give it. If you do not give the star a command, it defends itself and attacks the last creature that attacked it.
You spelled diva so I can look. Is it D-E-V?
D-E-V-A or D-E...
For a second there, I thought it would have been like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they look upon the star and the face start melting.
Yeah, something like that. They're upper echelon of angels, so that's pretty hardcore. There's so many things you can summon, dude. I would be kind of disappointed if you didn't take some of these. You're a conjuration specialist.
I definitely plan on taking summoning spells.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I might even make up a few of my own.
I mean, as long as it's just a reflavor, I'm not going to question that at all. All right, cool. I guess that's it, guys. Go ahead and wrap up finishing your characters, and we'll call it a night. Next time we come back, we'll have had a vote and decided on a direction to go with. Till then, we'll miss you here in the Beastlands. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one. See you next week.
Cut.
Indeed,
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.